I actually, you know what? You were bringing up Vanguard earlier, and I did actually want to talk about that really quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Like,
Let's get into
so
it.
because I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like, to me, the biggest thing that I saw with that game, besides the recoil being like atrocious,
Really bad. Like, it had me worried.
It looks super like clunky is the best way I can put it. Like, it doesn't feel very fluid, and part of that I'm assuming is because of the FOV on it.
Maybe.
But like, it looks very like sluggish.
All I know is I'm going to play the beta on the 16th and 17th before I go to Disney World. So that's what I'm going to form my real opinion about it, and whether I'll feel confident about it or not, because people always say, well, that's why it's a beta, that's why it's this, but that's why it's that. And it's like, betas are mainly to test servers and look for bugs and stuff like that, but like the game itself is pretty much finished at this point. Like, it's not like they're gonna fix the game, like completely change the game. So, I mean, literally, the difference between the Cold War beta and the actual game was they tuned the fuck out of the skill-based matchmaking and made it way worse. Like, that was the main difference from the beta to the.
They made sniping worse too.
Yeah, and they screwed up the sniping. I thought the sniping was really fun in the beta.
By the way, like, they do that every time. They literally
Treyarch, I feel like, does, yeah. I feel like
they
it's
screw it up at the end.
I don't know why they don't just let snipers have fun.
Because quick scoping tends to ruin the flow of stuff. I don't know. The other thing is, isn't the Battlefield beta soon?
Battlefield beta is on the 22nd, so I will be at Disney World.
How long is it going on?
Yeah.
Like, when does it end? The beta?
I think it's like 3 days or something.
Bro.
Sad. That sucks, dude.
Get a portable gaming laptop and then return it after the.
Wait, is it open beta?
I think if you pre-order, yeah, there might be, actually, I think there might be an early beta and then an open beta. So maybe I'm just missing the early one.
If you pre-ordered it, you get the early access. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm only missing the early one. I think it's like 2 weekends.
I see gameplay of the Vanguard beta, and it looks. I think it's just the actual like the game mode. Game mode looked stupid.
Patrol,
where it's like
teams
of two, just like.
Oh, I was gonna say because it's like
Champions Hill.
Because there's
I guess that's what it's called.
There's Patrol, which is like hardpoint, except the hardpoint moves while you're on it, which is interesting.
Actually, yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, this one I'm seeing like it's on some snowy map, and it looks like it might be free for all, maybe team deathmatch. I don't know, but he's just like mowing people down with an MP40.
So is that pretty much all we wanted to say about Vanguard? I mean, I was saying before the podcast started, like, I'm looking at Twitter, and it's like every time they announce something new about Vanguard, like, people like just simp even more for it. It feels like.
Well, okay, when you say people, you mean like people who actually are in that community, or do you mean
like creators? Like I've seen them go, oh, I don't know about this game, this and that, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, here's a first look at the Pacific map, and they show like 2 seconds of footage, and then I don't know why people aren't pointing it out, but they said that it's coming later this year. Like it might not come out till like December, so we're gonna not even get the new Warzone map right when the game comes out. It seems like. So it's like I'm seeing these little red flags here and there, and I'm just like, no, they continue to like just not. I don't know. Hey, goofball.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm sure because a lot of those are like don't directly get paid by the developers, but I'm sure like if they talk crap about the game, they don't get invited to stuff.
I'm busy right now, goofball.
They have those early play sessions and stuff like that, and I'm sure that like if you don't like support the game, they're like, screw you, bro. I don't know.
I just like the only thing that I could see as a downside to talking bad about Call of Duty is that Call of Duty is probably not going to hook you up with anything, you know? But
definitely.
To me, it's just like, I don't know. If you're going to kiss the game's ass to get early access to something, then you're just selling out. Like I would never praise a game that I don't feel like deserves it. And right now, I don't feel like that Vanguard is worthy of the hype that people are giving it. And I would much rather the game come out and subvert my expectations than for me to have such high expectations that it's almost impossible for them to meet it. And that's what I'm seeing right now is everybody is hyping this game up like it's going to be the best COD in a decade. And it's just, I don't see that yet. I don't see anything that tells me it's going to be.
I almost
They
wonder
did
if the
with
reason why people.
We've
That's-
seen
yeah,
what
that's
happened with
true.
that.
As soon as I heard that Cold War was like basically thrown together at the last minute, I was like, this is going to be interesting. Like, I hope it's good, but like I definitely got hyped when I heard that we were getting another Black Ops. Like, I was like, okay, so we're getting a Black Ops and it's like a throwback. It's not like a futuristic one, it was like,
Yeah.
I was like excited to see some characters again, but the campaign is honestly the thing that I like the most about that game, and it wasn't even that great.
Dude, the campaign was not that good in that game. It was too short, and I
Is
feel
there a
like
campaign for Vanguard?
Oh yeah,
pretty sure, yeah.
and they said it's gonna be on all fronts.
the sniper girl. Oh no, it's like the 4 different stories or something.
Yeah,
And it's
Yeah.
like World War II based?
yes,
Yeah.
World War II.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which we haven't
mean,
had
they-
enough of
they're-
that.
Well, we haven't had it in a while, like a good World War II game, because the last World War II game that came out for Call of Duty was kind of doo doo.
That was
I
supposed
liked
to
it.
be the one though. That was like we
Like
haven't
it's
had a good
been
World War
overdone.
II game.
I-
forever.
Well, yeah,
I
but
liked it.
Sledgehammer made it.
Nowhere near as good as World at War, but I liked it. It was
World at
enough
War,
enough to make me happy. I was satisfied with the game.
That's I think a World at War remastered is still definitely like if they pulled out of their butt one day, I'd be like, I'm buying it for sure.
I think I think they've learned from
I
Modern
know the
Warfare
whole split the player
Remastered
base thing,
that they're
but-
not going to do that again. Like the only remaster campaigns, if anything.
Here's
Honestly,
the thing.
instead of Cold War, they should have just remastered Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. Like the whole game.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like they should because they know people like are getting tired of stuff not being polished when the game comes out. And so
Yeah.
if you put those remasters in between, it fixes the problem because those remasters are not hard to make, especially if you're.
I don't know if it's
got
my
something to
internet.
base it off of.
Is Chris breaking up for anybody else?
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
lagging this whole time.
Bro,
Do you have a bunch of stuff running in the background?
not anything different.
Hmm.
Internet's been crapping out though, I think.
So I wanted to
Uh,
talk about motivation because we're all
Okay.
content creators, right?
No.
I've been finding it very hard lately to be motivated to make content. Like
Dude,
these
I'm
last
just
couple
tired
of days.
all the time.
I go through phases. Sometimes I'll be like, oh yeah, knock everything out, and then sometimes I'm just like, man, I'm done. Like I'm just tired.
Like TikTok
It's
wise.
a lot when you do it all by yourself too. Oh,
Yeah.
TikTok, I can't even imagine.
TikTok,
TikTok's
I
gotta
just
be-
why is my
I
face
just feel
so
like
white?
TikTok's so oversaturated already in just a short amount of time that like everything's done already. Like anything you could think of on TikTok, it's been done 15 times by
Yeah.
a
Well,
bunch of people.
anything.
and then anything on
anything-
there is copied anyway for the most part. It's
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
voiceovers and like I seen the one day. I don't know if you follow the guy. I can't remember what his name is, but he's that comedian that does like he's talking to his son and then he plays his son and the son's got
Oh,
like a
yeah.
filter on.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
It's funny
Banks.
as
Yeah.
hell skits or whatever. Well, this girl ended up like she just like like voiceovers his skits or whatever. She got verified before he did.
Yeah,
And then like was getting praised for the skits and stuff. He goes, "That's my content
yeah,
that I made. Like I created that." And
Yeah.
he was like, "I'm not one to like really like I'm not trying to make this like let's go attack her, talk shit about her. It has nothing to do with her. This is TikTok looking at somebody else who's using somebody else's content, verifying them versus the person that created it, who also gets really good amount of views and engagement." He's like, how do I not get verified? And I'm the original creator of this. And
No.
that's
Yeah.
exactly how she's
You wanna be-
well known is
You
because
want
of his
you,
skits.
you want to really get pissed off, dude? ABC Mouse is verified. They have no followers and their account is private.
Of course.
What is that?
I don't know. I
Paying
when you-
people off.
that
And
probably
knowing
yeah.
people. And knowing people. The
Yeah,
I know a
verification
guy that
people.
like has bought an Instagram verification. I'm pretty sure. And like there's
Oh, yeah.
companies
I'm
that'll
sure you
do
can
it
do
for
it.
you. It involves like having like you have to like Google yourself. So for example, if I was to Google Danny Dorito, and if I was to see a Wikipedia page about Danny Dorito and see like, you know, what's there and like get a good history on him, or just like a picture at least, then I think like that, in addition to like some, I guess, press, I think is what it is what is the qualifications for like Instagram. But I think like, I don't know how it is on TikTok. I wonder if it's like, if you just have a verified Instagram, if you have like 2 or more other verified platforms, then they'll just hand it over to you.
Probably.
that's
So
where
what
I-
I'm hearing
kinda
is we
makes
should make a
sense.
Wikipedia page for my brother.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know if that would help or not, but
Yeah, because you're still not verified, right?
Bro, I like stopped caring at this point about the verification.
Right.
If it
It just
happens, it
doesn't make
happens.
sense.
This poor guy.
Like,
I feel like my
I missed
biggest
the
things
wave.
with like verification is like consistency, and you post all the time.
The most
You have the
consistent
following,
man
you have
I've
the
ever seen.
engagement.
Bro.
Like, how are you not verified?
like
Not
I
to
said though,
mention,
like
look at your
it's.
Twitch and YouTube and everything else.
I was
It's weird.
watching Devin Nash this morning talk about stream. It was funny because it was like, this is like exactly what I was going to talk about, was streamers losing motivation. And he was talking about how he'll see streamers that have, he was like, okay, look at this. If you have 400 plus viewers, you're the top 0.1% of Twitch right there, 400 plus. And he's like, but he'll see streamers at that 400 plus, and then they go down to like 200, and like they see that as like a sign that they're doing terrible. And he's like, there's always going to be ups and downs. It's just the difference is the people who are going to stay motivated through those ups and downs, you know?
Makes no
And I'm
difference,
like,
yeah.
but for me right now, the issue is just like, I'm not excited to make content at the moment. And I know it's going to pass. It always passes.
Yeah.
But
Every
I
creator goes through that.
I think it's because I'm feeling overwhelmed with time management issues. That's why I was going to say, I was also going to talk about quitting jujitsu for now. Because I've kind of, I talked about it in my Should You Be a Streamer video, which was cool because I got invited to be on a podcast because this guy saw it and was like, he wanted to talk to me.
It's awesome.
But you have to be able to look at what you're doing and figure out like, okay, what's important, and you have to be able to strategically prioritize things in order to get better at something or achieve certain goals. And right now it just feels like I'm constantly scrambling to get things done, and it's because I've got too much going on. And like it's easy to be like, oh well, you know, Joe Rogan or The Rock, like you see all they do, they don't complain. And it's not that I'm complaining, it's that I'm worried that it's gonna lead to me having a mental breakdown. To be
Those
honest.
guys have a whole team
Yeah,
that
yeah,
help
yeah,
them
yeah,
out,
yeah.
though, too, and they're multi-millionaires.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that too.
You know?
But like, yeah, I definitely don't want to like completely burn myself out because I got so much going on. And I told my
Yeah.
wife, if anything feels like it's getting overwhelming, the first thing that's gonna go is gonna have to be jujitsu, because I feel like when I was in the military, jujitsu was important to escape and like meet people outside the military. But right now, that's not an issue, and so it almost feels like a burden to have to stop what I'm doing to go do the jujitsu, which doesn't make me enjoy it as much,
right.
you know? And I think a big thing is right now, the content creation stuff is my job, and the acting stuff is kind of like a hobby because I'm not really getting paid to do it all the time or anything, you know? Like it's definitely a different situation with the acting right now. And so once it becomes where like the acting is my main gig, and then the social media stuff is the hobby part, the part that I do when I'm not acting, then I feel like the jiu-jitsu can come in and it'll be a hobby as well. But right now it just feels like a distraction. You know, I don't know if that
Right.
makes any sense. This is my mindset right now. I've been
Absolutely
thinking
does.
about
No,
it.
it
I
does.
get it.
Definitely does.
I
Yeah.
love jiu-jitsu. I love the people that do it. I love the community. It's just I don't feel like I've earned the 2.5 hours that it takes to go do that right now. I don't feel like I've earned that time.
Mm.
If it makes any sense. So after this, I'm gonna probably shoot an email and ask him to put my membership on hold for now.
Yeah, that's the best move.
Like
Yeah.
when I first got back into it, I would get excited to go, and right now I'm like, shit, I gotta like figure out when I'm gonna stream, because after this podcast, I have like 2.5 hours before I have to go to jujitsu, and it's like I don't like that time crunch, and I'm doing it to myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I'm in control of my own time, then that means that I can pick and choose what I want to use my time on. So gotta take
That's what I'm
advantage of
trying to
it.
get better at too.
It's
I need
hard,
to get
dude.
myself on a schedule. I need an actual schedule because I'm like so all over the place, and I've noticed like within the past few months, my anxiety's gotten way worse because of
Yeah.
it. And I'll sit here. I mean, I've looked at podcasts back. You'll see me sit in this chair because I have that. I forget what it's called. Restless leg syndrome, I think, is what it's called. And I'll
Yeah.
be sitting here just like constantly shaking my leg, and you can notice it in the podcast. I've like watched it back a couple times, and then I catch myself doing it, and it's like that was never a thing for me. I'm having reactions with caffeine now. Even I just drank some coffee today, and I'm not feeling good.
Oh, dude, if that started happening to me, I would
like,
lose my mind. If I couldn't drink
it's-
caffeine.
Well, the problem is too is like when I don't drink at least a cup of coffee, then I feel groggy throughout the day, and I want to take a nap by 4 p.m. And I got up at like noon.
And to
So-
me, when I've had that happen
Not good.
before, and I took it as a sign to do a tolerance break. Which
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
first
definitely taking a break.
first
from
couple
caffeine.
of days of a caffeine
Yep.
break sucks ass. But once
Especially
you get
when
through
you get the
that,
headaches.
yeah,
with
Here-
caffeine.
you
here's
got to
the
drink a
thing.
lot of
How-
water and
Oh, that's
electrolytes and
all-
shit.
How long does it? How long do you have to actually like consume
days.
caffeine?
Oh, how long do you have to consume it? It's different for
Yeah.
everybody and how much you drink on like a daily basis.
Before you start to feel those kinds of like symptoms after.
Well,
you,
Well, then if you have
Stop it.
also other issues too, like I have high blood pressure,
Mhm.
so
Oh.
I'm sure it peaks my blood pressure. I have anxiety on top of that, so I'm sure that freaks
No,
out too.
well,
Then
'cause
anything starts happening, then I freak out inside. You know,
what I mean is like 'cause you know how like after you stop drinking caffeine, like you get that really headache for a few
Mhm.
days.
yeah, the caffeine
Yeah, that's what
withdrawals.
we were
Yeah,
talking
like-
about. Yeah.
Yeah. How long do you have to consume caffeine for you to get to that point when you stop, you get those headaches?
From what
I'd say at
I
least
read,
a
you
couple
don't.
weeks.
Yeah, it depends on how much caffeine you're taking. Like if you start drinking tons of energy drinks right away, it won't take more than 2 weeks for you to be basically addicted to it, to where like you're gonna have withdrawal symptoms. But the higher your caffeine tolerance is, the worse those symptoms are. And when I was in the military and I was drinking like 8 cups of coffee a day,
That's crazy.
like quitting
I
that,
would literally die.
like the first couple of days, I felt so tired, so sluggish, terrible headache. I had to constantly drink water, and like those liquid IVs saved my life, dude. Like
Yeah,
I would just
I need to order some
IV?
of those. I was just
yeah,
looking
they're
into
called
those the
liquid
other day.
IVs, or these little packets. They're like I think they're like 35 or 45 calories, and it's just a shit ton of electrolytes. They
It's
say
like
it's
the equivalent of drinking 3 bottles of water in
Yeah.
one sitting. So
yeah,
if you put it in one of these
Oh.
bottles, you drink actually 3 of these instead.
yeah. Like
People
it
use
has
them
that
for
amount of
hangovers,
electrolytes.
too.
Yeah, yeah. They're
Like
like
before you
well,
drink one of those, and then you can go drink and not be as
Yeah.
Bad.
Was it? I think it was Joe Rogan. He was saying something about like there's a lot of deaths that happen where people they'll get drunk and then the next day they'll wake up with a hangover, and to treat the headache they take Tylenol and they can die.
yeah, because so when you
Tylenol's
drink,
one of the worst things you can do as well.
when you drink,
Yeah.
you're literally causing liver damage. But
Yeah.
you have to cause like permanent severe liver damage. You have to like binge drink a shit ton,
Yeah,
and
you got to be an alcohol.
but I mean,
pretty
people. I don't. It surprises me that people don't think about it. But alcohol is a poison. It's legit a poison.
It 100% is. Dude, I drank yesterday. We went to the
Yeah.
beach. I don't know if you can tell I'm very sunburnt. Probably not with the lighting, but like
I could tell a
you can
little
see
bit.
my
Yeah.
neck. Look
Oh,
at my
Oh
neck.
yeah, dude.
I
I
got
like your cut, G.
fried.
Smack it.
He's toasted.
Oh!
Be so bad. But I was drinking seltzers, the Happy Dad Milk Boy
Oh,
seltzers.
that's what
And I
happens,
was
dude.
fine all day, and then by like 7 p.m. I had the worst headache ever. I was hungover as hell. I went and ate food, then felt like crap afterwards. So it's
Yeah.
just like I'm realizing, like, man, I'm almost 28, and I just think I started drinking when I was like 15 or 16,
Damn.
and then when I got older, I was drinking. There'd be some nights I'd drink a fifth in a night, like no
Jesus, bro.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know what that
So-
means.
when you were that old,
problem. A fifth of alcohol, huh?
when you were like in your like late teens.
22,
Oh, okay,
22,
22.
23.
I
is
mean,
when-
either
yeah,
way, drinking
yeah.
that much is definitely not good for
it's
you. But
horrible.
like,
No, it's
we're
horrible.
very lucky that our livers like regenerate, because
Yeah.
if they didn't, like, it wouldn't take
Oh,
much.
yeah.
We'd be screwed.
Can't you like cut off a chunk of your liver and like it
Mhm.
goes?
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
That's weird.
And I
think
honestly
there's
think
a
it's I think it's like evolution has caused our livers to like be able to take that much damage.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because alcohol's
yeah.
been a part of like just culture for centuries at this point. Like,
Chris,
stuff
your
during the
internet's
medieval
bad,
times.
dude.
is it?
Yeah.
It's just like breaking up on keywords to like form your sentence, so it's kind of hard to like follow a
Oh.
little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, maybe I
But
just need to
it's not
restart my
happening all
computer.
Oh man.
Maybe. I mean,
I
you
could do
could.
that.
It's not like, yeah, we'll keep it going.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Just rejoin, I guess.
Yeah.
Um,
See if that does anything.
Jeannie, you
But,
got anything
yeah,
to talk about?
I mean, yeah, on the subject like you guys are already at, it's very easy to fall into that trap of like lack of motivation. And I feel like for me, it comes in every week. My focus is something different, like unintentionally. Like my main interest in what excites me is like it changes every week. So like last week it was
I like how Chris just straight up froze when he restarted his
I-
computer. He didn't like disappear. Yeah.
No,
But yeah,
I feel
like,
that, Genie.
last week it was like film. This week it's like probably going to be streaming, and then the next week it's going to be my business, and then it's going to be film, and then it's
Yeah.
going to be streaming, and then it just like
exactly how I
Yeah,
am.
bro,
Dude.
like-
Jesus.
Well,
it's so weird.
Funny
what do
how we're all
What do you
pretty
care about the
similar.
most?
At my core, it's film.
Okay.
It's everything kind of comes back to that, and it's like I have this sudden reevaluation of like, what am I doing to advance that career? What am I doing to like actually make those aspirations into reality? What are the chances of it? How can I improve? How is my creativity doing better? Like, am I like, that was like what this last week was about. It was all about like, why is like, I bought an iPad out of impulse because I was like, I don't watch movies anymore at my home. And I think what would make me watch movies is if I fucking buy an iPad and I try to watch a movie every night before I go to sleep. And so like
That's what I do with mine. I have this iPad
Yeah.
almost for the same reason, plus Procreate to draw, but I do use it for movies every night.
yeah,
So-
it kind of helps actually. And so I was like
It does.
happy about that, but
I just watched this video. I think it was called like the 1% rule. And it was, if you care about something and you want to get good at it, if all you do is you get 1% better at it every day, or you do something to improve your skills by 1%, that's like 33 point something percent a year. Or not a year, but like in the first year. And like, it would take like 5 or 6 years to be 100% better at it if you only do
Right.
1% a day. But like that's all you have to do is try to do something that makes you 1% better at whatever you care about every day. And you could do it with multiple things.
Mhm.
And I think I want to try and implement that more, but right now it's like every day I try to do something to improve something filmmaking related, whether it's my screenwriting for this class that I'm doing right now, which I don't know if I've been talking to Jeannie a lot about it, obviously because of our connection with the movie stuff, but I'm
Yeah.
writing a short film script that we might actually produce in class.
Nice.
And it's my first time doing it with a deadline in mind, and so it's really causing me to really think about it differently. And the teacher that taught the class, he went through this last Saturday a couple different ways that a plot is structured, and so like I used that to kind of like map out the story, and that helped a ton. Like knowing what the end objective is and like what the motivation is and what the emotional secret is that causes the story to be flipped upside down, as they say, because because the whole purpose. Well, I don't know if I would say it that way, but like to me, good stories are when they make you care, but they also subvert your expectations. So like you'll expect it to go one way and it doesn't. You
Yep.
know.
I agree.
And so that's what I've been thinking about. But it was really cool. I have the recording and I went back and watched because when you're talking to somebody, obviously you don't like observe as much because you're in the moment. But
Mhm.
during a bathroom break, I was actually talking to him because I asked him, I was like, you have a favorite movie? And he's like, not really, this and that. And like, it depends on my mood. And then like started talking about movies. And I told him I liked Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Blade Runner. And we started talking about Blade Runner. And so,
That's so
it was
awesome.
cool like to see that somebody that I look up to right now is like a mentor is into the same type of stuff that I am. You know, like if it feels like we have a similar mindset when it comes to what we like about film. So it was really interesting.
Right.
That's so cool.
But yeah, it's only like a 2-minute short film that I'm writing. And it's about an interaction with the homeless man that I had, but I'm kind of, you know, changing it because it made me
Some
think.
things.
Yeah, it made me think like what is this guy's story? Like
Mhm.
he had said that he was schizophrenic, and so I was like, okay, like how can I use that part of the story to change things? And so and also I'm doing a podcast with Jordy, Spidey Cod
Zeusy
and
Spidey,
Zeusy,
yeah.
and Spidey is I think he's mildly schizophrenic, so I really want to talk to him about that on Friday, so that I can
Well,
understand a little
there's-
better.
Yeah.
So, like, what are the different tiers of that of schizophrenia?
I don't know exactly, but I mean, you have to think about it. There's people who are schizophrenic where like they'll hear things or they'll see something. Then there's schizophrenic where like it's at the level where like they can have full on conversations with somebody that's not there. And then there's like the really extreme cases where like it gets to the point where you go crazy because every time you have an interaction with somebody, you like question whether it was real or not, and you can see how that would make you go crazy because you can't trust your own brain anymore.
You have different
like
personalities
like
too.
you could and your brain is what's doing it. So like literally you could be like laying in bed like I need to get out of bed and go do this or else I'm gonna lose my job, and like literally you'll have a fake interaction with your wife that tells you, oh, you know, it'll be fine, just, you know, just take the day off, do this, and you'll be like, oh, okay, you're right. Like you'll talk yourself into doing things that you aren't supposed to.
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean, have you seen A
Wow.
Beautiful Mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very extreme case where like literally like his best friend in college was not real.
It's really sad. Really sad.
Man,
Yeah, one of
sometimes
my
I,
one of
I
my
think,
best friends is schizophrenic.
Yeah.
So he does pretty damn good with it, but there's times where it's
Yeah, you can tell where
really
he's having a
hard
bad
for him.
day. Yeah.
and I feel like definitely a lot of it stemmed from trauma, more so because he lost his dad at a young age at a freak accident. He was playing baseball and lightning struck, and literally struck him he was the pitcher,
Jesus.
and
Like playing catch with his dad, and then his dad just
No,
got
and a
struck.
game.
baseball.
Yeah.
Luckily, he wasn't there
Jesus,
because he was
Genie.
he was really young at the time. He wasn't at the game, but yeah,
Dude, have
dad
you
was playing baseball.
I don't know if I should talk, but I was going to
That's
say
so
have you
fucked up,
have you
like,
seen videos where
yeah.
people get struck by lightning?
It's terrifying.
It's fucking
Yes.
crazy, bro. Cuz
Well,
that
so,
that,
okay,
that
one of the
energy
biggest
has to go
fears is-
You can-
somewhere. Huh?
Yeah.
What'd you say, Chris?
What?
so you can survive it, right?
Yeah, you can survive, but like it
Man, yeah.
depends on a lot of factors. Depends on like the thing is like the energy is going through you, and so like if it doesn't have a place to go, then it usually like blows your feet off and stuff. Like it does all kinds of nasty stuff depending on what happens.
Yeah, it can do all
Um,
kinds of stuff.
Yeah, because I'm like, if you're in a certain kind of shoes, then it's a little bit harder for it to actually reach the ground. So yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
there's
That's
I've
weird,
I've seen videos where people like they get struck and they just get up and walk away, and then I've seen videos where like literally like their feet blow off and they like die instantly. So
Have you seen videos of people touching power lines?
yeah,
That's weird.
yeah, it's crazy how
And-
they kind of like freeze up for a second, you know? Like, cause I
I've
mean,
seen
they
videos of
in the military we had what was called a dead man's stick, and it was if somebody was getting electrocuted, you take this wooden cane and pull them away from it, because if you grab them, then you're getting electrocuted too.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. No, I saw a video. I think like a bird accidentally touched like the transformer on a power line, and it just like it instantly died.
Just instantly
Like
turned
it
into
just
fried
fell
chicken.
over, dude. But no, like literally, like it was like the soul got sucked out of it in like an instant. Bro. It was weird. It
Damn.
just fell over. It was weird.
Electricity's scary, man.
It is.
Yeah.
Speaking of, like,
Living
people,
down,
like,
so Florida's like the capital for lightning.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude,
Well-
anytime there's even a little bit of it, I'm like, nah, I'm staying inside because my luck is horrible. And
It has to do with
I-
the humidity, right? Because the more moisture that's in the air, I think
Think
it's like
so.
more conductive stuff.
Mhm. You should look up photos and see, like, look up Florida striking or lightning striking in Florida in the ocean or something like that.
I've seen
and
pictures,
see
and it's
there's
like a
pictures
giant lightning bolt, like just across
and
the
just
sky.
different
Yeah.
points all throughout the ocean on the beach. It's so cool to see, but it's like it's wild. We've had like some of the storms we've been having recently, like within the past month, have been absolutely insane. Some of the most crazy lightning I've seen in my entire life. Huge bolts, like massive. And you can see the one of the times that streaked all the way through the sky, and then you seen it split off in like all these different directions. It was really cool.
I remember in high
But it's
school,
scary.
like the school got struck by lightning, and the spot that actually got struck, it was like there was a black spot, and like a chunk of the brick had, like blew off. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Well, have you ever
Lightning.
seen
Yeah.
there's examples of like even just like small acts where they'll like fail. Like if you
You're
put too
still
much,
breaking out. Like
dude.
oh,
Anyways,
JD.
like
oh.
capacitors, seeing capacitors blow up and like capacitors like just like melt because
Yeah.
of like small amounts of electricity. It's weird.
I found this kind of switch topics. I found a really interesting show on Netflix. I talked to my parents about it. They're like, yeah, we watched this, really good. It's called The Movies That Made Us. And so like
I've heard of it.
they
heard of
went
it too.
they go through like the whole production, like from start to finish for like a big movie. So like we watched Back to the Future, and they talked about how like all these things led to what Back to the Future is, and like how hard it was to get that movie made, and the fact that they filmed like half of it with a different actor before they got Michael J. Fox in there. I know that there is a want for a script for a Back to the Future like 4 or like a reboot or something, and I came up with an idea, and I think if it was executed right, it would totally work, dude.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so what if it's Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, right? The two actors. And they are the Back to the Future 3 ended with Christopher Lloyd staying in like Western times, right? Him and his like train or whatever that he turned into a time machine. Definitely the worst one, right? But what if it's modern day? They're the age that they are. Michael J. Fox obviously has really bad Parkinson's, right? And the idea is that Christopher Lloyd shows up and he's like, let's do something one more time. Like, let's just go, one last ride. And instead of just going back in time or whatever, they decide to go to a different, like a different, what would you call it? Like an alternate universe. Like, what if things
Timeline.
what if things had gone differently, and they just choose a random one. And so it's completely different actors pretending to be them. You know what I mean? Like, it would be like the same personality, but it's different actors, and then they could reboot it that way. And then I also had the idea that they're old, so what if they have like somebody with them? Like maybe Michael J. Fox has a son or something like that. They can like pass the torch off at the end, and reboot it completely. But I think it would be really cool to see them actually like I think it would be good for Michael J. Fox because he's obviously a huge advocate for like research and stuff like that for Parkinson's, because it's a really shitty disease. And so I think making that part of the plot and the focus, and obviously it would end with them having to go back, because it's like it was fun, but things happened for a reason the way that they did. Like we don't belong in this timeline. But I just thought it would be an interesting idea.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean that reminds me. Apparently, they released like a trailer for like a live action.
Yeah, I don't know
Rick
what
and
that is.
Morty?
I don't know if it's like a full episode is going to be live action or what.
I don't know because they put like different names of different like universes from the show, and I mean like it looks like it could be like a full live action thing, even if it's just like a movie or something. But like, I don't know, bro. That could be pretty big.
I
Yeah,
thought that was a parody. There wasn't.
I don't think it's a
No, Adult Swim
parody.
posted it.
They were marketing something.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
and they got Christopher Lloyd to play Rick as well, which is who Rick is based off of.
I'm not a
Is-
fan,
is Christopher
honestly.
Lloyd's character.
I like
Of-
like it's just too hard for me to imagine like him as Rick. Like, he doesn't sound like
Oh, I agree.
like
agree.
the
But, I
humor
mean,
is
it's
very
still cool.
forced. Yeah, it's cool. Like it's definitely an interesting idea, but if they were to make like a full length movie or something like that, I don't think it would work with those guys. Like they would have to cast. Like I feel like with somebody like that, they have to cast somebody that nobody's seen before, like a nobody, you know, to play them.
Mhm.
Because I feel like one of the issues in Hollywood is that whenever they do these like live adaptions, they always try to pick somebody famous, and it's hard to imagine somebody who's famous for something else as that character that you know from the show. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
hard to not look at Christopher Lloyd as Rick from Rick and Morty and not also see Doc from Back to the Future. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
This is really hard because they're very similar. You know, it's time travel. So
Yeah.
Well, like I said,
that's
what he's
obviously why
based
they
off of.
picked him. Is because of that
Mhm.
character. Like it just makes sense. But
Yeah, because the show was supposed to be a parody of Back to the Future.
if they were really trying to seriously make something out of it, though, I think that would have been a bad choice.
I just want to know.
I want to know
it's
what it is.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to know what it is. It's funny, right? I just posted a TikTok right now. Somebody commented, if you kick your wife out of the house, then I'll sub to your YouTube. And so I was like, hey, pack your bags. I was like, get out of here.
Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. So, you like still recruiting people to stream on YouTube or what?
Wait, what?
Are they still like recruiting people to stream on YouTube? Like, is that still an ongoing thing, or was it just like a couple people?
I think YouTube is right now. I think YouTube is in a stage where they're trying to figure out where to go with things, and obviously, well, so if you look at the way that their contracts are set up, YouTube only requires you to stream like half of the required hours for one of those contracts that Twitch does, because they also expect you to make content, and like
Mhm.
that's half of it. So I think even if YouTube offered the same amount or just a little bit less than Twitch did, the fact that you only have to stream half of the hours is enough to get people to jump ship, like big streamers, you know? And so I think it just came down to they made a better deal. And
And you can utilize all the content because now there's YouTube Shorts, which is essentially TikTok.
by the
And
way,
then you
I
can
got
also put full-fledged videos on there too, and your
Point.
streams get saved onto your channel as well.
I got
Point.
I got
Yes.
invited into the YouTube Shorts thing. They like some partner thing.
That's awesome.
Nice.
But I like my YouTube Shorts have done terrible. But I've seen some people say you just got to post a
Yeah.
shit ton until one of them pops off, and then
Yeah.
they all will. So I might try doing the second channel again.
Wait, so how many hours are you required to stream on Twitch?
Nobody knows. There's no set number. It depends on the creator and stuff. But I'm just saying that people are saying that these contracts from word of mouth, from what people are hearing from word of mouth, is that YouTube is not requiring like anywhere near as many hours, because when you go to Twitch, you literally just see live streams. Like you're not watching VODs. But when you go to YouTube, that like I think one of you even said like the whole idea is that somebody comes and watches a video. And then, like, at the end of that video, it shows, oh, this person's live streaming right now. And you go over to it. So, like, it's just another way to, like, get discovered as a streamer.
I do think they need to change something about how it shows you that somebody's live, though, because there's times where I'll finish watching a video and then, like, it says next video and it's the person's live stream and I don't realize it. Because
Mhm.
it'll either be a VOD or it'll be a live stream, and sometimes you're not able to tell because it doesn't specifically say that they're live
Mhm.
on
I didn't know
YouTube.
that.
Yeah, you kind of like with the live stuff, you have to like put it in your title and in your thumbnails on YouTube. right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's what I like about Twitch though, is that you can put like basically whatever you want, like for your title.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I
like,
was saying kick Little Man out.
dude, have you guys seen XC stream titles?
Yeah, we
Mhm.
talked about it. They're
That they're ridiculous, and I like that though, because you could basically put
yeah,
whatever you want.
it's hilarious.
That's what my buddy Trash does with his. It's the most off the wall shit ever. Half
Yeah.
the time they're hilarious too. You
All
know,
right,
it's
let me
just whatever he thinks of.
pull one
'Cause, like-
up. Does
Yeah, go
does he still save his dude? Somebody literally is titled XQC Waiting Room on Twitch.
Yeah.
50 viewers.
What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Dude,
It's
his
just a place to
VOD
wait.
get a million views, 1.5 views every time, bro. Dude, there was a hacker on NoPixel.
Testing.
What? Okay, so his last title was something crazy happened. Click to find out what it is. OMG with a bunch of question marks and exclamation points. Ahaha, OMG, I can't believe the skeleton gaming ... Like they're so off the wall and random as hell.
Random.
It's it's like somebody on Adderall
Must
just
work
like
Yeah, or big juicer, insane gaming extraordinary claps every single record and living being in everything possible.
bro.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and then he's been playing like basically nothing but GTA and balloons for like the past week.
Yeah.
It was super short because he had a migraine. I'm surprised he actually ended it. I know, but yeah, even, and I think, Summit maybe we're saying yeah, like there's nothing out right now, dude. Like
Yeah, no, it's we have this one last month to get through, September,
yeah,
and then
well,
there's gonna be a shit ton to
dude,
play.
just a week for me, and then Deathloop comes out, and I'm gonna be playing the crap out of it.
I'm gonna wait to see kind of what the early reviews are before the game comes out to decide whether I'm gonna play that or not. And I still need to finish 12 minutes.
Oh yeah, huh?
Me too.
I
Me too.
forgot about that.
Yeah, I
Dude,
was
you
I
need
was
to-
thinking about
you
playing
need
some
to-
Apex after this.
You need to embrace the TTS, dude.
Yeah, I know. I saw a tweet and they tagged XQC in it to like go watch the stream to check it out, but like they added all kinds of different voices.
Yeah, they added Ben Shapiro. They added Watch Mojo. Chick.
Yeah.
They added. I think they even added like the Burger King foot lettuce guy. Like, Burger King foot lettuce. Last thing
Oh,
you
yeah,
want in
yeah,
your Burger
the-
King
the
burger is
Chills
some
guy,
foot
yeah.
fungus. Yeah. So he's added a ton of them. So
Dude, I
you
found I
definitely need to
stumbled
embrace
upon
that.
this really scary video on TikTok the other day. And it was this guy who says that he caught evidence of paranormal. Scared the shit out of me, dude. I mean, definitely because also even more because it was
Well-
late at night. But like this guy is like filming this. He's inside this like place where I guess like a bunch of people died. Because it's always a story. But he's like looking at a window, and all of a sudden you see something manifest behind the curtain because there's like light coming through the curtain, and then like once the full shadow manifests, it like moves. And the guy freaks out and leaves, and then there's all this security cam footage of different things, like a shadowy figure walking by, but like you can see the door and everything clear as day, like you can see detail, but this figure is like really hard to make out, like it's almost like translucent, it was just really interesting. A lot of pictures of faces, stuff like that. Definitely creepy. I don't know if it's real, but it was definitely scaring me.
Yeah.
I don't
There's
know,
a
dude.
guy that does what do you call it? The mining for not mining. The hell's the you go on the beach and you scan shit, try to find metal and stuff. How's
Metal
that called?
detector.
Metal detector. Metal detecting. Yeah.
What's that thing called
Don't know
where
why
you
I couldn't
like
think
you look
Yeah,
for
I
metal
could
with
not
this
think of it.
device?
Tech metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
I
still
mean, nah,
recovering
I
from
just think it's
yesterday.
funny.
The
You're
brain's
good. I
not
do it all the
fully,
time, man.
Set.
Cannot
Um,
compute.
But the guy, that's what he normally does, and he went to this place in St. Augustine, just in Florida, and
Oh, that lighthouse
he
is
was
haunted
hearing
AF.
like, huh?
The St. Augustine lighthouse is haunted AF.
That's around where he was, and he
Yeah.
was hearing all kinds of sounds and stuff. And one of the biggest things with Florida is there's like a lot of Native American stuff here. Like the area that I'm in and a little bit north of me in the south was apparently blessed by Native Americans, so that's why hurricanes don't really hit us or hit us hard or anything like that. That's like the whole story behind that. But he was out doing his thing and he heard all these sounds and like it's clear, and it was on his lives. He was live streaming it.
Yeah.
So there really wasn't like a way, unless he preset everything up before the live stream, there was really like no way. And he freaked out so bad because that's not like the point of his channel is not paranormal whatsoever. He just does metal detecting on the beaches and stuff. So he heard this stuff and he like dipped out. He was like, it's absolutely terrifying. So I was commenting because he ended up posting one of the live videos on like as a TikTok. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna have to make the trip up there and you're gonna have to take me there and I'll film for like my YouTube channel and that. He goes, man, I'll take you there. He goes, I don't know how long I'm gonna stay around, but I'll take you where it's at, and show you. Because he was like, he said, I'm like 2 miles from like the nearest anything, like any people, town, anything. He's like, so if something happened. He's like,
dude, I just came up with an idea for a TikTok skit. I want to do like a sussy ghost. It's like they're ghost hunting. He's like, did you hear that? And it's like, huh, yeah, like a ghost, like, right. And they're like, oh, what the hell?
It feels like that one movie.
Oh, hell no, I'm out of here. And like,
you guys remember that movie?
Yeah. Like the ghost is like saying stuff, and like one of the guys is like, like the ghost is like talking to him. Yeah, they got like a flashlight. Yeah, that'd be a funny one.
That would be funny. I love the paranormal stuff, so
I don't know, dude.
Like to go and check that out.
I don't know. I think we've heard it before, but like this is a summary. Like, how do you guys feel about ghosts? Do you guys think they're real?
I'm like 90% sure that they don't exist, but demons is a different thing. But like ghosts,
how is that different?
Because demons were never human.
If they exist.
If they exist, they were never human. Whereas ghosts are supposed to be like dead people that are stuck.
Yeah.
Well,
what about you, Jeannie?
Not stuck all the time.
I don't know. For me, it's like if I'm not going to believe in ghosts, I'm not going to believe in demons. That's just me, though.
That's how I feel about it.
It's kind of like
aliens, though.
Aliens, yeah, because that's something physical.
Dude.
For me, it's the physical part of it. I just can't.
Yeah, dude.
Get past.
No, dude. I was talking about Bob Lazar, and has he said anything since the Rogan podcast?
No, but I mean, like the thing that's interesting about Bob Lazar is that for 40 years or whatever since he came out with this story, like it's never changed. Like you can go see what he said back then, and he's saying the same stuff in that podcast. Like usually when people are lying, they'll continue to lie. You know what I mean? Like they'll continue to fabricate stuff.
I feel like he should go on again because I know that there's more that you could sort of like pick and prod at with that story. Like, but that dude that was there with him, like he kept like butting in and being like, oh well, there's these documents. What documents? Oh, see, there's these documents. I was like, dude, just freaking get to the point.
Just chill with the documents.
Yeah. He's like the UAP files, and he's like, what the heck is a UAP? He's like, what is that?
Yeah, but trying to think if there's anything else that I was wanting to talk about.
Dude, if you don't come up with something, I had a TikTok that I needed to show everybody.
Okay, I do have something that I.
Yes.
Chris was talking about. Is it the one where the girl gets shot?
Yes.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid, Jeannie.
She's not actually shot. She doesn't get shot.
It's a trend where like it's like an Imagine Dragons song like sped up, and like right when like the drum. There's like a drum beat and it drops, so you're supposed to act like you got shot, and so there's all these people, and this girl's just sitting there, and then she just like.
Oh god!
I fucking saw that at 2 a.m. last night, and I was laughing for an hour straight. I've never laughed at a TikTok so hard.
Jeannie, I clicked the sound to go see other ones that people made, and like hers doesn't even like other people's. Hers doesn't even compare to some of the other ones that are under that sound. You should go watch them. I think you'll be cracking
Crazy
up for
how
a
many
while.
people when
I
a
didn't
sound
see
and a
this.
trend starts, how many people jump on that?
Yeah, like
Like,
I saw
it's just
one where
literally everybody's
Yeah.
rendition of the same thing. It's like, wow.
this chick, she acts like she gets shot, and she literally does like a flip, and the camera
Oh,
like
yeah.
stops, and she's like ass up against the corner of the wall, just dead. Like, and everybody,
Oh,
and like,
That's funny.
somebody's like I look at the comments, somebody's like totally didn't screenshot that or whatever.
Dude, some of the comments are wild on TikTok. Oh my god,
Yeah,
they're
dude.
so out of pocket. It's ridiculous.
Wait,
Oh, sorry.
why do you think that's the
So
case though,
funny.
dude? I feel like TikTok is like one of the most toxic places for comments.
I think it's because
100% is.
it's definitely out of the platforms that there are right now. I think it has the biggest majority of a younger audience than any of the other platforms, and so
Yeah,
like
100%.
it's bad because a lot of times I find myself in the comments like arguing with somebody who's probably not even old enough to be on the platform, and it takes me a while to realize I'm like, wait a minute, I'm arguing with a child probably, you know, because like
Dude,
somebody.
as I've gotten older, the biggest thing I've learned is just don't fucking argue. It's
Well,
the
they'll
biggest
they'll
waste of
say
energy.
something, and I'll just be like,
Just let it
well,
go.
no, you don't like somebody said like after one of my TikToks, they're like, dude, you have anger management issues, and I was like, no, like I responded with the video, and I was like, no, it's acting, dude. Like I don't have anger management
Yeah.
issues, and then my wife is like, hey babe,
You're
and I'm
not
like, go
actually
away. I was like,
Dude,
and
I used to get
That's
comments
funny.
like that all the time.
so like
like,
I'll make
I-
a video out of it, but then like they'll still comment and like they just don't understand. Like it just goes over their head that like it's not real. And so that's when I
Yeah.
find myself
It's
realizing
either that
probably
or
a
they're
little
also
kid.
trolling too. They're just trolling back.
Yeah,
and so,
dude.
trying to
No,
keep
this
it going because
this
you're
person
engaging
was
with them
this
too.
person was arguing with people in the
People do
comments.
Well, people do that.
Like-
They'll do that to get reactions.
They're
out of
like, he's
people.
not
It's
a
like
good
trolling, like,
actor.
they'll
He's
engage
just
in
got anger issues. Maybe he's
Yeah.
bipolar. This and that. You know, like it's
it. Oh,
not
yeah,
funny.
you'll have your fair share of weirdos that
Yeah.
like don't get it. Yeah. But,
Yeah.
I'm checking to see what the response is to my kicking my wife out for a YouTube sub. Dude,
Yeah,
I'm
but
not gonna lie.
I
The
used to get
algorithm
comments like that all the
changed
time,
again. This I think the algorithm changed again yesterday, and it's fucking
For what?
for TikTok. They change it like
Dude,
every
how
2 weeks.
How do you
Oh.
know the algorithm changes? When do
Because
you?
everybody's
how do you know?
videos just struggle
Yeah.
again because all of a sudden like the algorithm's adapting because they'll throw
What's
something.
change with an algorithm? I don't understand that. Like, why can't TikTok be stuck to the same way? Like, use a couple
What kind of stuff
hashtags.
gets
Because
pushed
people-
out much?
Yeah, they want to push different stuff. They want to suppress other
Yeah.
stuff. They want to promote new features. They want to do this. They want to do that.
It's crazy how that can be a thing when
Freak-
some
mute
people
yourself.
depend on this as
It
like
just-
a job.
It just
You know?
it takes a couple days for like the algorithm to like adjust, and then like your videos will start doing better. But it's always a pain in the ass when you're like, of course, like
Do you
I
get
put all
informed
this.
of that at all
No,
as a
No.
big creator?
no, but you can tell.
I feel like you should.
You can tell.
I feel like they should put out, like, if you are a big creator, they should put out something like a mass message. You just see it on TikTok. Like, they send you a direct message. They're like, hey,
No.
we made these adjustments. Here's how you can adjust to the new algorithm, especially if you're getting paid. Like, if you're part of the creator fund and, some people like quit their jobs to literally make TikToks. Now,
Honestly, I
that's
think
how
it's-
much money they're making.
Honestly, I think it's the
So-
opposite. They don't
Yeah.
want to be transparent about it because they don't want people to take advantage of the algorithm and then get more views and then they have to pay them more. Like they're trying to make this creator fund last.
Yeah.
Yes, I don't know.
Which,
It's just
yeah,
weird to
so
me.
that's
I think
the other
TikTok
thing.
could do a lot of things differently. Let's just put it that way.
How long is
yeah.
this creator fund supposed to last?
They didn't say. They just said it was a certain amount. It was like $2 billion or something.
It seems like it's running pretty dry lately.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Oh wait, they're
dude, I
they're
don't
only
know.
going to pay out the creator fund for a set amount of time.
Until like just for now, like they have a
Dude,
certain amount of money.
I got like 100,000 views in
Interesting.
I mean, that's
in-
how
in-
YouTube did it to begin with. They had like a certain
I-
amount.
I had gotten 100,000 views in the course of like 3
Yes.
days, and I got paid like I think less than $1 for it.
Oh,
Like
Yeah,
the way that it was explained to me is that until they have the evidence that like videos will do well, until they could show performance, they have to kind of like put money up front to get advertisers to put the money up next time. And so that's like YouTube did that, and then that's kind of the stage that TikTok is in right now. And I'll be honest, man. As far as like, the future goes for TikTok, I don't know, man. I could see it like going away in like 6 months. Honestly, like something else showing up and like taking over. It's just, to me, they haven't proved themselves to have the longevity of like a YouTube or a Twitch or a
but
platform like that.
I don't like seeing other platforms try and copy the way that TikTok does stuff, because like it just doesn't fit
Yeah.
right. Like Instagram, for example, their little thing of, like
Reels?
that version of TikTok, it
Reels.
sucks, bro. It's literally just
I
people
do
copying
like
and
how
pasting.
the Instagram
I get
Reels
better
analytics
results on
are.
Reels than TikTok.
I don't know, dude, because like none of the content seems like legit. It's either just reposted TikToks or it's
Well,
like
you'll have pages that, they'll post other people's TikToks and stuff like that, and it gets recycled or whatever. But TikTok kind of does the same shit. People recycle other people's content.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
It's true.
I mean, it's everybody. There's somebody that was that does like people that like for our podcast, for example. Not saying ours specifically, but I'll see like I watch Impulsive, so Logan Paul's podcast. I'll see a channel that isn't ran by Logan or any of his team, and it'll be like Impulsive Clips. That's some Joe Schmo. That's like me
Yeah.
being a fan and making an account.
Yeah, but
And I'm like, they get all these views and followers and stuff like that. I'm like, dude, do they like make revenue off that eventually?
do.
Or
They-
does
well,
TikTok realize that, hey, this isn't Impulsive, this isn't Logan Paul, this isn't, any of the guys that run the podcast
so
or do
they'll
anything.
get away with it.
It's weird.
Like when I talked to Parker from Life of Luxury, he said he actually encouraged people to do it because for him it was like people are promoting his
free
stuff for
advertising.
free,
yeah.
and it's all leading back to the YouTube, so he doesn't really care.
Yep.
But
I wouldn't care.
if somebody
But I'm
were
just saying
to,
people can do that.
but yeah, it definitely depends on the creator. So like if like I mean I have somebody that in the community that reposts stuff, and like they reposted the proposal, and then I had this huge wave of people come in and be like, oh, congrats, I didn't know you guys got engaged, this and that. I'm like, dude, we're married already. Like that happened back in February.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
like that was kind of annoying because
Well, some
that,
people
but-
don't like that person that did that didn't represent that in the right way. They're not like, hey,
No,
this did
no.
happen a while ago, by the way. But
No,
hey,
they
here's
put-
a recap.
They put who
or
remembers
something.
this
Yeah, they
legendary
put, like, who
moment
remembers
as in
this,
it
yeah.
happened a while back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I did see that. I did see somebody
Yeah.
post that.
I
did
think
pop up.
I think it
a
depends
lot
on
of your
what they're
guys' stuff
posting.
pops up on my stuff now because of like other people and being on the podcast. Like when you tagged me the other day in the podcast thing, I got like 100 followers
yeah.
just
I-
from like people seeing that stuff. And then I start seeing people's stuff all the time now. Like I'll see people's renditions of the podcast or edits or all kinds of stuff now. I'm like, dude, that's crazy.
Oh, really?
I think it all depends
Oh, yeah.
on. I think it depends on
Yeah,
the
it's
content
nuts.
that people are posting on TikTok, though, because I'm okay with people posting like
Mhm.
podcast clips or like clips from streams and stuff.
Yeah.
But when they legit just repost like a 5-minute crafts video from YouTube and it's like
Right.
sped up and they have some random
Yep.
sound from TikTok that's trending, it's like, bro, what are you doing?
Yep.
Like,
There's a
it's,
page
you're not
that-
adding anything to the platform.
Dude, you know my favorite
there's a
person
page
on,
that does that.
one of my favorite accounts on TikTok is the guy who just it'll be like he always stitches people and they'll be like, have you ever done this blah blah blah, like you know, and he'll always like it'll cut to him and he'll be like, no, I haven't, but I put a whole bag of jelly beans up my ass every
Yeah.
time, dude.
There's that, and there's he's like belongs in Red Dead Redemption. And then they'll say something weird. He's all, what? Like
Oh, that guy cracks me up. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
his timing is always so good, dude.
Yeah.
So good. But
Like I saw one where like this chick was eating like a slice of watermelon and she was like, "Oh, it's so good." Like she was putting honey on watermelon and he's like, "Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Makes sense." He's like, "I love watermelon and this and that." And then all of a sudden she takes a bite of the what would
the
you call?
rind.
Yeah, the rind of the watermelon and he's like,
Yeah.
"What?"
The thing is, like, it looks she's actually enjoying it. And then she goes up, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh.
She did the exact
makes
same thing with
sense.
pineapple. She did the same thing
Yeah.
with a pineapple.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
No thanks.
I also like the guy who does the there's a couple of voiceover people on there, but there's the one that I sent where this girl was saying that she was like, I'm just gonna be honest, like, how do you throw a good punch? And he's like, all right, I'm gonna show you. He's like, he's like, if you're in a fight, like you want to knock the fucker out with one punch. He's like, you really want to throw like a real haymaker, you know? He's like doing it. He's like, this, fuck you. He's like and then, yeah, it's so funny, dude. His voice. Yeah, there's a couple of people that every time I see him, it like legit puts a smile on my face. Like it's always funny, and like the fact that like you could tell when somebody there's people out there who don't post a lot because you could tell that they probably sit there with all these videos that they never end up posting because they're worried about what people think. And so when I see somebody just post stuff all the time and not care, it makes me happy because that person legit is like comfortable with themselves, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that's
I've struggled
huge.
with that sometimes too.
I call people out, like, because they'll make fun of something I do, and I'm like, bro, like, you're probably too afraid to even show your face on TikTok, so don't even like try to come at me with that bullshit. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I've definitely held back on a couple TikToks and videos.
Somebody said that bald doesn't suit me because my head isn't the right shape, and that video is doing well right now, which is good.
Dude, that cracked me up when you were talking about. He was talking about like the pros of being bald. He's like, it's more aerodynamic. He's like this. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, dude, because the hair has more drag. It's
save money on
true.
shampoo.
Yeah, man. No, I like being bald. It's nice. But then somebody came in my chat and they were like, you look like Wraith from like Apex or something, which is like some bald chick.
Well, one of her skins is bald. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know what that means, bro.
Mental one that she like skin or whatever looks like she's out of a psych ward or some shit.
Or that what guy? It always cracks me up whenever he's like reacting to one of those car videos where they're talking about wrapping their car because it pronounces it raping.
Yeah.
And it's not like
doing what?
Yeah, he's like, it'll just go on and on. It'll keep saying the word. They'll be like, and then I'm thinking about wrapping my car's friend as well. And he's just like, what? Like every time, just keep getting worse and worse.
No, dude. That's the thing. Do people not like check the video before they post?
Oh,
it
they
when
think they do. I swear, some of them do it on purpose because they know it's gonna say it like that. Yeah,
but like I don't know, man. Like the Fortnite ones where it's like something about somebody rapping in their class, and it's like they have Fortnite emotes that are supposed to be added out. Yeah, it's ironic.
I want to make sure I say this the correct way because people could definitely like misconstrue it. But one thing that's actually made me happy is that you guys have probably realized or noticed it too. I see a lot of accounts where it's somebody with like autism, and like I'll see a video of them doing something that could obviously be considered embarrassing, but then you go look at the comments and a lot of it's like really cool stuff, like really nice stuff.
Yeah. Well, I saw one where it was a little kid, and I don't know how old he was, but he was basically saying like his birthday was like the next day or something like that, and he was super excited, and everyone's in the comments just like, "Hey man, have a good birthday!" Like, you know,
it's super wholesome.
Like the stuff like that, it's like okay, there's still a good side of TikTok, but
it gives me a little faith in humanity for a second. Yeah.
But there's definitely some times where you go into the comments and it's just like a cesspool of just garbage, bro.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the guy who has like this Flash costume, and it fits really bad, like it's really bad, and he'll like seriously like do these videos where he's like at Walmart like running and stuff, and like. Yeah, it's cringe, but like the comments are mixed on that one. People will be making fun of them and saying like when you order Flash from Wish.com and stuff like that. But
dude, I keep seeing videos of this dude putting buckets on people's heads in public and then running away. Have you guys seen those?
My favorite is still the guy who there's a couple accounts. It's hard to like tell them apart because it's always from like the same point of view. But like it'll be like me on a roller coaster. Trying to time the fart at the right time, and it's like right before they when they get to the top and the roller coaster stops making like that ticking noise on the track right before it goes down the drop, and he's like and somebody, what the fuck, did somebody just fart?
Yeah, I've seen that one.
That's
funny.
Classic.
Like there's a ton of those. There's like a couple who will come fart on each other, dude. Like they'll like startle each other by farting, and I'm just like, oh man, like this is.
God, dude.
That reminds me.
There
of
was
the
a
dog
video I was
couple.
trying to think of.
They're like
the other
proud
day.
of it.
I was like laying in bed, just absolutely crying, laughing. Probably sounded like a dying hyena. I can't remember what it was. Oh man. But I love
dude.
those TikToks that do get you, and you're like literally realize I'm like dying from a TikTok. It's just I don't know. Some of
No,
them can be
dude.
really fucking funny.
I keep seeing this dude
figure
with
out which
his
one it was.
dad, and he's always shirtless and he's super hairy, and he just like points a remote at the camera, and then something will turn on the TV, and it's like super loud, and then he just stares at the camera, and that's it. Like those.
But you
That's the
keep
video.
watching
Like,
it, so it keeps putting them on your For You.
yeah, because like he like they'll like, stitch like some other video, and it's just them, and he's just standing there,
Have you
and
guys
like he looks like it's weird, dude.
have you guys seen the jacked golfer with like the he's always with this chick who puts like two turnt, or they write two turnt on her ass cheeks, and she's always wearing a
Two-turn
ski
Tony?
mask. Is that who it is?
Yeah, two-turn Tony.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
those TikToks crack me up because the mom always pretends like she's super pissed off. Like
Yeah.
the
They're
like,
definitely skits.
yeah, they're definitely skits, but it's done well because like they're
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
definitely like good at like playing it off. Like the dad will always be like, "What? It's cool or whatever," you know, like he's trying to fit
Yeah.
in, and the mom's like, "What the fuck are you doing? You're like so stupid," you know. But he's always got this duck. He always has this duck with him, like a real duck.
Right.
But yeah, he'll do these. He had one. I don't know if he still does them, but it was like that. What's that song where it's
I
like
found what TikTok it is.
the high one, like where like it says something. And he's like hi, and like it shows them like before and
Oh,
after they get
watermelon
high.
sugar.
Yeah, the
Before and
watermelon
after
sugar.
getting
Yeah.
high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those ones are really funny because the mom is always like
Yeah.
super like pissed off, and then they'll show her afterwards. She's like all loopy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
what,
dad
what do you,
always looks blitzed as hell
Yeah.
too.
what do you guys think
So
is the
funny.
stupidest TikTok trend like of all time?
Oh god.
A lot of
Any
the dances.
dances.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the dances.
Well,
are
I mean, yeah,
cringe.
but dances are a whole other thing. That's just cringe in general. But like,
Mhm.
I mean, you can talk about like comments, the hamster cult crap, like all that. Stuff, dude.
Okay,
There's just
yeah.
so much stuff.
That is
Yeah,
pretty dumb.
Like
the one where it's like the when they're behind like a glass and they're like punching to get out of it. Have you seen those? It's like I'll come save you. And it's like cracking
Dude,
the
I know
screen.
one of the ones that comes to mind for cringe, like as of recent trend, that cop one, the one that Danny made fun of.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, there's
my
some of those,
God,
like,
that was
pretty
it. That's
boy,
the
like,
worst. That is the
I
worst one.
saw so
Oh,
many
man.
people do it. Like I'm not saying that I like. I mean, I obviously
almost
think I
wanna
added.
throw up.
I think I added to the trend as well. Like anytime like a video gets that many views and it's a trend, like it definitely fuels the fire. But,
You
like-
did it
Yeah.
in a funny way. These
I-
guys are actually like trying to pose and like put
Yeah,
on sexy
dude.
faces.
Or like
And,
people
like,
thought they were being
it's
funny, but it was like
weird.
didn't make sense.
No,
like I
it's
saw a lot
weird.
of weird stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
some of them are-
just people like they would like be getting arrested, and then they stop and like they do some like thing and like wink or whatever, and then they go back to being like they didn't like finish the
Yeah.
video. They didn't do the part where they get like pulled away, and stuff.
Yeah.
They
Um,
thought it'd be cool to try to look hot while getting arrested. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, who thinks of that?
Or like
It's
I mean, when
weird.
I did it, I was like, okay, like I feel like because I was like, all right, how do I like do the trend, but also kind of make fun of it and also incorporate the G Fuel? You know what I mean? Like that's my thought
Yeah.
process. And
That's
so
a
like
cherry on top right there.
yeah, but like I was doing it, and one of the first ones I saw, the guy had like a jacket that was like barely on his arms, like the rest of it was falling off. So I tried doing that first, and I was like, nah, screw it, I'm just gonna go shirtless because like it's just not as like I think
Right.
it's funnier because people are like, why the hell are you shirtless?
I do like the ones where, like, when it is a cringe trend, I do love the people that rendition it and make it hilarious and they make fun of them. I think those are some of the funniest TikToks. Because we're
Yeah.
all thinking it. You
Yeah.
know, most of
Yeah.
us are
Like
thinking
I
it, you
saw
know.
did you guys see the video? It got a ton of views where the girl has like all these piercings and she eats a piece of like a seaweed cracker, and it just looks
I
like
think
she's
so.
she's like struggling to not like bite her piercings, and then it cuts and this guy like taped forks to his head and like all kinds of shit, and he's like it's like all this shit.
That's dude. I don't. Okay, piercings are weird. Like they get in the way of so much crap, dude.
Dude, it
Piercings?
is actually getting pretty out of
yeah.
control. Like some of the piercings you see
Yeah.
nowadays. Like people are embedding
'cause I've
diamonds
never-
into their forehead.
Oh,
I
well,
never
that-
understood that because I like can't understand that people think like that shit's attractive. Like, do they do it? Or I know because everybody's whole thing is like, I don't do it for other people. I do it for myself.
do it for myself. Yeah.
Do you? Do you? Because like some of the piercings I see are like the cheek ones and like in the middle of the like, bro, who is that attractive to? Or and like how even if it's just for you, and then for other people you're trying to track. Because like
I hate the
anytime I see
Monroe.
stuff like that. I'm like
That one pisses me off the most. So Marilyn Monroe had like a beauty mark or whatever, right? And everybody will
so
get
they
like
do,
a
like,
they'll get a
cheek
stud
area.
like right there, and I'm like,
Mhm.
the whole
Yeah.
point was that for her it was a natural beauty mark. That's what was beautiful
Yep.
about it. You're putting a stud into your face, and it just stands out. Like you look like
Mhm.
somebody who purposely stuck something in their face to stand out. Like it just looks. I don't know. To me, it defeats the purpose they're going for. I've
I
also
don't
heard
like the bull ring ones right in the between
The
the, nose.
septum?
You look like a fucking bull.
the septum.
Dude,
Dude, I'm telling you
especially
right
like
now.
that would-
Massive
Dude,
ring.
if you had a
You
runny
look
nose, that would
dumb.
suck.
I'm telling you right now, if I get into a street fight with you and you got piercings, I'm ripping them out.
Yep. The-
I'm just grabbing on and ripping, dude. That's the first thing I'm doing.
Oh,
Oh my god.
I imagine that, and I honestly,
It's a
kinda felt
street
like that
fight,
for
bro.
like half a second, dude. Oh, did you? Oh, that's
I'm just
gross.
saying,
put a
man.
put a taser to their piercings.
You
As
threat
you-
you
Yeah, a 9-volt battery.
you threaten my life and you have a freaking giant gauge. I'm holding.
Oh,
I'm
dude.
grabbing on that thing and ripping your ear off, dude.
Oh, dude. Oh, ew.
Like,
Ew.
didn't
Self-
that happen in the
Self-defense.
Bible.
Probably.
Like-
There was a kid in my high
You're
school
cut
that
off.
used to have gauges that were so big he could fit a pop can through them.
like a Coke can.
Yep.
Oh.
I don't.
I
wanna
mean,
know.
dude, the
That's-
lip
I-
one,
oh
the
my
lip
God.
one. You guys seen that?
Well,
they'll-
that's
they'll
that's
get
one.
they'll
that's
get
like
a
a
gauge.
tribal thing.
They'll
isn't
get
it?
no. Well, it probably is, but I've seen like skaters get like this big ass gauge in their lip.
Oh yeah, no. Mm-mm.
And like people,
Whoa,
I don't
I
think
looked
people
that up.
realize, but like, because I had friends who had them, but
I don't feel so.
cartilage continues to grow. So like, you take those out, and they smell like rotting flesh, dude.
Oh,
it
it's
smells awful
disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's literally
You ever,
like still an open wound. Like if you take those out, it's gonna try to heal. It's not gonna be able to, but it's gonna try.
Yeah. Even with normal piercings, they have a scent to them too, and you're like, ugh, like you got to
Can-
clean
can
them all
you-
the time. I have to clean my
can
piercings.
you-
a lot.
When you have gauges, can you like reverse that? Like,
It can
Can you
grow
fix
I,
it?
to a
I
certain
think you could
extent,
stitch
I think
it.
They can grow lower down, and then yes, they can also be stitched.
Yeah, you could. I think that would be the
But-
best way to do it is to get it stitched back. And like they probably
Yeah,
have to
that
cut.
is
this-
a marvel.
It's stretched out though, like permanently. So
Yeah.
like you have to like probably cut some of it. Cut some of it
yeah,
out.
well, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you ever see the people that split their tongues?
Oh,
Yeah.
stop it. That's gross,
When,
man.
I feel like once you start
And they can
modifying,
move both parts of it.
once you
Ah!
once you start filing your teeth down,
Yep.
so
the
they
teeth
look
ones
like
too.
so
Yep.
they look like reptile teeth,
Fangs.
and then splitting your
Look like
tongue,
shark teeth.
you're on a different level. Like that is
Yep.
just that's different.
It's nuts, dude.
But
Nuts.
I never understood people wanting to like, because you'll see it. You'll see people that have like 20 piercings in your face, and it's just like, what was the thought process behind that? Hey, more power to you. But like, I mean, I
just
hope
don't
you
know how
I
one
hope you
could
weren't trying to
enjoy
get
that.
like a good
Yeah.
job anywhere because
Yeah,
you got
'cause
a
you're
bunch of
never
shit
gonna
in your
do that.
face now.
Well, that's the thing. That's true to a certain extent, but I know like employers are being a little bit more like open to it. But obviously, like if you have
Not
a
the
freaking
high
gauge in
paying
your
ones. Not the high paying ones. Unless it's like a position where like you're not seen by the public a lot. Like I'm sorry, but like
Yeah.
it's just you're making it harder to get a good job.
lid. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like dude, I saw people in the
Oh.
military who took them out because they decided to join the military and they still got holes in their face. And it's like, dude, like
Mm-hmm.
people know that you got a bunch of piercings in your face at one point, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like a permanent thing that just shows like
Yeah.
like I'm not
people
saying that
do, like,
you're
the lip ones. Those always stay too. You'll
D-
have like two little indents.
yeah, I
Yeah.
want to
Really?
I want to make it clear. I don't. I'm not saying that having a bunch of piercings in your face makes you a better or worse person. I'm just
No.
saying it obviously
not saying
shows
that.
that you made the decision to permanently do something to your face, and
Well,
that definitely
hot
speaks for
take.
I just
something.
find it
Hot take.
interesting.
Hot
It's
take,
interesting,
It's
yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
It's gross. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Everybody
that's what I'm
has
saying,
personal
a lot
preference.
of people
For
don't,
me, there's
but-
a point
Yeah,
where it
well, my
crosses a
personal
line.
preference is that it's nasty.
Yeah.
that's
nasty,
final, bro.
It's definitely, I think the nose piercings become the most common one.
Mhm.
Like
Yes.
I think sometimes I feel like I almost see more women with it than not nowadays.
Yeah.
But
I don't
that's-
mind the little
yeah.
stud.
I mean, my
in the
wife
nose,
has
that's
the
like
nose.
I
one.
agree.
whatever,
I agree with
but
Kyle
I
there.
can't stand the septum thing because you just look like
Yeah.
a bull.
Dude, the entire time,
You
all
look-
I think about, dude,
Some
if you're
girls
blowing your
can pull a
nose,
bull thing off, I think.
if you're
I
blowing
kinda
your
like
nose
it.
while you have that
Maybe,
thing in, that
yeah.
must suck, dude. Could you imagine that?
I just wouldn't want to deal with that.
Dude,
There's
that's
like
all
some
irritated and
girls-
stuff, bro. You ever blown your nose something that gets raw? That must suck when you have a
Yeah.
piercing in there.
And not only that, but
Ooh,
like everybody who gets a piercing has a risk of it becoming infected. It's really
Yeah.
common, actually.
Dude,
Yep.
even ear piercings are like that,
my,
dude.
my ear piercing got a little bit infected. I had to
Yeah.
do peroxide and all that stuff and clean it and
The eyebrow one's
Oh.
really
take the
dumb
earring
too.
out for a while.
I've always thought the eyebrow one was dumb too.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people can pull that one off, but it's just.
I feel like you could. Yeah, I
pointless,
feel like the
though,
only
really.
time that you notice it is when they don't pull it off. You know what I mean? Like if they pull it off, you don't really notice. It just seems
Sure.
normal.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You know what
Yep.
surprised me? Linus Tech Tips. You guys know who that is?
Mm,
Yeah,
I
he
think so.
actually has ear piercings.
He has a
and
shit ton,
actually
yeah.
Pulls it off. He actually
Yeah.
pulls it off pretty good.
Yeah, you don't notice it. Like I said, they're like I think it's about how you carry yourself, and I think you
Yeah.
notice the people who, like, you could tell by their body language, their attitude. If they have you tend to see a correlation between people who have like a shitty attitude and like bad like posture and all this stuff, with a bunch of piercings in their face. Like it sticks out even more, you know.
Mm.
So I can see why there's like a misconception about it, and that's not always the
Yeah.
case. But you notice
That's like
the ones
people with
who,
a bunch of tattoos too. People
Yeah.
like, correlate people with that, and it's like,
Well,
man, I'm
that's
trying to
the
be
thing.
covered in tattoos, and I think
It-
I'm a pretty good person.
It definitely depends on the person who gets it done, because like
Yeah.
you could easily find somebody who has like a bunch of tattoos, but they're not showing them off 24/7. Like it's just something they have. They
Like-
got it for themselves, and not to like
Yeah.
show off. You know?
okay, like
yeah, a lot
if-
of it's personal meaning with tattoos too. Like a lot
Yeah.
of things, that, like it almost like tells your story in a way. You know,
Yeah.
how would you feel?
with certain things.
Let's say you've been married for like 10 years. You're really happy. You can't picture yourself spending the rest of your life with anybody else. Okay, you're genuinely happy, and all of a sudden, she's like, "Hey, I want to get all these piercings." How would you feel then? Because like to me, if my wife came and said that, I would be like, I mean, I don't think it's the best idea, but if you want to do that, like, I'm not going to tell you no. Like, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because
well,
I know,
think it
like,
depends.
I know the personality. I know her. Like, it doesn't make me think different of her. You know?
I think it depends, because it's one thing if they're gonna be like receptive to what you have to say. Because if you're like, hey, like I'm not a huge fan of that, and they're like, okay, I understand, and you guys like sort of compromise on it. Maybe like they get some of
Yeah.
the piercing, but all of them, right?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But
Like, you
like
find a
when they
middle
completely
ground.
But if they're,
disregard
but if
your
they're like,
opinion.
no, I'm getting them no matter what, you know, like
Yeah.
that's a whole other thing.
Like then, why'd you
Yeah.
ask me first off?
Yeah,
too?
why
Yeah.
even ask? Yeah,
Exactly.
Getcha. Yeah.
Because I think part of it is like
Yeah.
you gotta like if you're in that relationship, like the person whose opinion matters the most is the other person in the relationship. You know, like
Yeah.
that's the person you spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah. I
Trying
just
to-
think
or
it's
trying to. Yeah.
I think it's funny when like we're just home, like not to like dog on my wife or anything like that, but like she'll like,
Mhm.
I don't know, she'll say something about the outfit she's wearing or this and that, and I'm like, hey, like it doesn't matter. We're just like at home right now. We're just chilling. Like you
Yeah.
you don't need to look like super presentable for anybody else, but you know me, I'm the only one here. We're not making TikToks, nothing. Like we're just hanging out. But I think it's the TikTok and stuff like that that's made her think more about it. Like she's definitely more conscious about what she
I
wears
feel
and
that.
stuff. But
Oh, dude,
I mean,
if you're a
dude,
creator,
dude,
you're
I'm the
always,
same way. Like I like
always
if I
checking
know-
yourself.
if I know I'm done for the day, I ain't got to be on camera no more. Dude, I'm throwing on like my raggedy Taco Bell shirt, some like
Yep.
raggedy ass shorts, and I'm just gonna go sit my happy ass on the couch and watch some TV. But
That's the thing, dude. Being bald solved that problem big time for me. Because I remember, dude,
Don't worry about the hair.
I gotta
bro,
pee,
dude,
but I can
hate
hear.
messing with my hair, bro. Dude,
That's why I wear
like,
my
'cause
hats. I don't got to worry about how my hair looks.
Dude,
Just wear my damn
dude,
hat.
that's the thing though, dude. Like I not much of a hat wearer, and when I did still have hair, I had to put pomade in my hair every time I was gonna like stream or do TikTok, and like
Sure.
there's days where like your hair just doesn't want to
Doesn't do what you want it to do. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's frustrating
yeah,
as
and
all
so
hell.
like
Yep.
yeah, and so just having no hair is just easier, just
Yep.
downright easier. And plus, like I used to get so many comments, bro, your hair looks stupid. I don't get those comments anymore, dude. Most I get
Right.
is, bro, is your hair gonna grow back? And I'm like, I shaved it for the 3rd time. Like that's all that's
Right.
happened. That's it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Theme ball's awesome, dude. I
can
highly
imagine.
recommend it.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, that's the thing. Would you
like,
rather? Would you rather? Would you rather be like permanently bald, or would you rather have the choice of just like shaving your head and then growing the hair back whenever you want?
I would like to, be able to like, if I didn't like it, I could have redemption. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, have either of you tried going bald?
No, I don't think I would want to be bald.
So my thing is, when I was a kid, I was bullied quite often because of my ears, because they look like fucking like an elf kind of.
Yeah, Dumbo.
And so,
I
like,
think
I'm just
ears.
kidding.
I get called Dumbo all the goddamn time. And so I always wanted to like grow out my hair to cover my ears. And when I went to private school, so they had like this really strict like hair like policies for the guys, and where it like
Oh
if
man.
the hair went over your ears, you like get in trouble, get like sent home type shit. And
Mhm.
I had to like have like these really short haircuts, and my ears would just stick out like a fucking like so I had a teacher even call them radio receptors or something like that one
Jesus.
time.
I'd
Yeah, in
sue the
US
teacher.
history. 8th grade. Miss Otten. Sorry, I was sounded traumatized there.
Just
Bullied by
dox
the
her.
I don't
teacher,
care.
bro.
She was cool. She's cool.
She was at this
But,
high school.
Yeah.
She lives at this
But-
address. Here's her social.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
she's like 1 year from retiring.
She might be retired, but I don't know. Yeah, it was a lot of. Anyway, I always wanted to grow out my hair, and so I'm afraid until like I grow into my ears, I guess, to ever like go bald. Although I understand the convenience 100%.
Well, Jeannie, I'm
Oh,
sorry to tell you, but if you didn't know, your nose and your ears grow your entire life. Like they never stop growing. So
Yeah, but it's like it's not a huge amount.
I don't know. You could look at some before and after pictures of some actors that
Dude,
are old now,
that-
and their
that
ears are
means
like double the
XQC's
size.
nose is huge, bro.
Let me just like test this out real quick.
Oh, dude, you not that bad, bro. Chill out.
Well, I don't know. Hold on, I
Well,
was just like
What?
myself.
I don't know. I feel like that's the thing, like when someone criticizes something about you, like it sticks with you your entire life.
Oh yeah.
Unless like you've gotten used to people being rude. you
Like
know?
I said, I've always been bullied for my height. Like that's always
Mhm.
been what people make fun of, and like
Wait,
to
how-
me,
how
Yeah.
tall are you again?
6'2" and 3/4.
Oh, okay.
false.
No, I'm 5'3". I know Chris. Like people are like, oh, well, Chris said this and that. And I'm like, well, Chris is a liar. He's a pathological
Yeah.
liar. You can't trust anything he
You're-
says.
you're
That
actually-
Cheeto eater.
You're actually 5'3"?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, he's 5'3", and I'm
Holy
5'4".
shit,
I had
dude.
it well, huh?
Yeah, I thought you were at least
Yeah.
like 5'8", 5'9".
That's funny.
Like no, just that's
Oh,
nuts.
that's
it's
You would
funny. Like
never
true.
tell.
people will comment and be like, "Imagine being shorter than your refrigerator." I'm like, bro, it's an extra tall fridge. I got the big one.
Oh man.
But to me, it's like, I don't know. The height thing is definitely like, it's different like than like an ear thing or a nose thing.
It's crazy what
like-
people
Point.
pick to like make fun of other people for. It's like, dude, they can't help. That's how they're born. Like, there's nothing they can do.
Yeah.
And you're the same way. Like, people have all these different insecurities. It's like,
Yeah,
You
but
can't
to
help
me,
it,
it's
man.
like
you are.
it's easy to like use this as an excuse, but I look at it more as like a challenge. Like, there's a lot of people who would look at me and say like, oh, you'll never be like a leading actor because you're just too short. Like, you're not the typical Hollywood actor.
like
But
Kevin
the-
Hart doesn't exist. Okay.
Kevin Hart's an inch taller, but I know, just kidding. Like
Hey,
that
he's the
one
same
inch
height
makes
as me.
difference.
Wait, what?
Yeah, or like Danny DeVito is like 4'11" or something.
Yeah.
So,
Danny's real small. Yep.
yeah. But to me, it's like it's
He
just a
said-
challenge, you know.
It says
Yeah.
between 5'2" and 5'4". They don't even know his actual height.
I
Like
just don't get
I
why
want.
people worry about that shit so much.
I
It's
think
like,
it would
man,
be-
leave people alone.
I think it would be funny if someday people are like, "Wait, you mean that guy? Have you seen all this stuff? He's only 5'3". Like that's crazy. Like, good for him, you know. Like I'd rather it be
Yeah,
like that than like, oh, like I'm
Be
always
like an
complaining like, oh,
inspiration
if
for
only I was a
people that are
little
in the same
taller,
boat.
then maybe I would have gotten that role. You know, like always complaining
Yeah.
about it.
Right.
That's so like that's dumb if they do that because Anna Kendrick is apparently really really tiny. I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
that because
That's a funny thing is like I told my wife I was like they're just gonna have to get really short actresses to play like opposite of me, you know.
yeah and
gonna be all
Oh,
the
it
short
says Anna
chicks.
Kendrick is 5'2".
yeah.
The same height as
um,
Kevin Hart.
The thing is, like, technically, when you're on camera, when you're acting, like, you don't like nobody who like.
Yeah, they
has-
can make you seem taller than you are. It's really
Yeah.
easy.
But like,
Lord of the
even
Rings,
someone who
yeah.
is like tall, like 6 feet, is too tall. At the end of the day, like,
Apparently,
the
Tom
height-
Cruise is only like 5'6" or 5'7".
yeah, and they put like
Yeah.
people stand on boxes, people have elevated things. Like, it's always like depending
Yeah.
on the shot. Like, people don't care like what the height is because the shot is going to change it every time. And so
Right.
like someone who's overly tall or like just a standard height is going to have to either like crouch down, get on their knees, like fake something. It's always like I'd say height
Uh-oh.
is the least
Danny figured
deciding
something
factor.
out.
Making faces for.
No way, dude.
What?
Uh-oh.
Use words.
I don't know if I could talk about this.
Like,
Exactly.
You just have to,
Dude,
and you have to just
that's-
work hard. You have to be a certain kind of
Unless
person.
you're trying to
to
be
be
a
a creator.
lawyer or a doctor or a teacher, you don't need
Yep.
to go to college.
Nope.
There is
I
like
went to school for graphic design, then I realized this is the biggest waste of time in my entire life. I can literally learn
if it's a-
everything at YouTube University for free.
if it's a physical skill like
Literally.
welding or anything like that, you can go do like a 6 month to 1 year
Yep.
course.
Any trade school. Mhm.
Yeah, trade school.
Yep.
And
Or
it's
just
gonna
do
it's
what
gonna
I did,
cost
like,
you a
with home
fraction of what
security.
college would.
I
Um,
learned that all based off of just other people that were in the industry. Like didn't take a course, and I just jumped right in and I learned a whole trade.
you know,
And now I can work with all kinds of electrical stuff, set up cameras, all kinds of stuff. Panels, doesn't matter.
and I think it just has a lot to do with me just not being very enthusiastic when I stream because I'm playing the same goddamn games all the time. Like there's nothing
Dude.
exciting and
TRP,
new.
please.
I'm
Big E's been doing the same thing.
So excited to be able to play the new Fortnite season and then Back for
Yep.
Blood. I'm gonna do a 24-hour stream of Back for Blood comes out, by the way. So if any
Oh,
of you
yeah.
guys are down for a binge, let me know. I'm definitely gonna
Yeah,
want
I'll
some
be down.
Oh,
teammates.
so, okay, hold on. Actually, that reminds me. When are you getting a new PC? Did it say yet? Any updates?
It's in stage 5 out of 7 right now, and stage 7 is shipping. So it's
Let's
almost
go.
there.
Cool.
What is stage 5? Is it still being built?
They're doing benchmark tests.
Wait, do they overclock it for you?
I don't know. I can't remember.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, because if they do, that's pretty cool.
That way you don't gotta worry about it.
Hey, he doesn't even care, bro.
No,
He's like,
I just-
whatever, dude.
I was like, here's the money. Just send me something better than what I got. Because right now this
I
thing is
want to play Apex.
this
No,
this
you can play
PC is like a Cadillac. It's just barely like it's
So
getting
are you
me
gonna
through.
do?
It's doing its job.
Are you gonna
but
have a dual stream setup then?
No, he's
no,
not.
No.
no. I don't care for all the audio issues that come with that. I got people that I do the podcast with that will go to do the podcast, and all of a sudden their shit will bug out. And it's because they have
Yeah.
2 setups and they have the audio going through 2 different things. And like I do
Yeah.
2 podcasts and all the other stuff that I do. I don't care to have that problem introduced. I already have enough issues with which by the way, I haven't had my GoXR crash in a while. Knock on wood. But
Good.
so whatever bug there was, I think they patched it. But
Mm-hmm.
when it happens, it's a pain in the ass.
Takes time. Yeah.
But I still want the full size one, so Genie, don't worry, I'll still sell you this one because I know you want it.
Cool. Thanks.
Chris, I wanted to talk real quick about. So I got 2 things to finish with. The first thing was you said you watched The Founder. Have you seen that, Kyle?
No.
So the founder is Michael Keaton playing the guy who founded McDonald's. But the way that it happened was very shady. Founded.
Yeah, I remember the story being shady.
It's I've such a good movie. You feel so bad for the two guys who really started it though, because they just got totally screwed.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't.
I do, but at the same time, like he tried to include them. He tried.
Yeah.
He tried to show them this and that, and then when they refused to let him do anything, somebody talked to him and he's like, "Oh, so if I own all the land, I get to make the decisions." And so he started buying all the land.
Well, okay. What I thought was messed up was that he didn't ever pay the royalties.
Yeah, when he said, well, I knew that was going to happen as soon as he said like it was going to have to be a handshake thing, you know?
Yeah.
Because they agreed to sell out if they got like $1.3 million each, 1.7% of like the royalties forever or something like that, and then they wanted to keep the original restaurant, and they said can't keep the original restaurant. They won't accept the royalties.
No, I think they kept the restaurant.
No,
I think,
they ended up only getting the money.
No, they kept the restaurant, and then it closed down after a few years.
Well, I thought that they said they were going to build a McDonald's across the street. They built one across the street.
No, what happened was after the restaurant closed down because like it didn't have the McDonald's name anymore.
By the way, I watched it like 2 days ago.
Well, I watched it today.
Too. I just remember seeing them close it like as soon as the deal was done.
No, so that's because that epilogue is really short. So they had to change the name.
Oh, that's right. They had to change the name. Yeah.
Changed the name, and then so nobody went there anymore, and then they closed down, and then they opened a McDonald's in the same place.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. They said they wanted to keep the name and keep the original restaurant, and they said no. Like, you have to change it.
They kept the restaurant, but it's not the name. Is essentially what it is.
Yes, but they wanted to keep the name. They were like, we want to keep the original McDonald's.
I get that. I get that.
And they said no royalties either.
They also got so it was $1 million after taxes. So,
they included the amount for the taxes, so they could get $1 million. And then they said that if they had kept if they had gotten the royalties, then it would have been worth
like $100 million.
Yeah, $100 million each or something like that. Today.
Yeah, dude, I feel like I would have wanted like shares as opposed to like just like money outright, you know, because that easily could have paid a ton. Yeah. But I think if they did that, then it would have gotten really messy because then they would have tried to like take over stuff.
It's a really interesting movie, though. I like that movie.
Yeah.
The way that they explained how they came up with like the way the McDonald's works and how it's so fast was really cool.
I think the whole thing with the dude like taking that other guy's wife essentially was weird. He stole her basically.
Money.
Was it? I don't even know, dude. Like the whole situation was just kind of goofy. Although the milkshake thing was nasty. It looked like they were just drinking milk, not a milkshake.
I was just like, oh, that looks like it tastes like a protein shake, you know.
You know what? Speaking of milkshakes, have you guys ever had the milkshakes from Arby's?
Oh, dude, Arby's has some of the as far as like the
so good.
The lower echelon fast food chains go, I think Arby's definitely has. They have a Jamocha shake. Ooh, tastes like
I'm talking
mocha
just
coffee.
Straight up vanilla milkshake. It is the best one I've ever had, dude.
Bro,
really?
What are you sighing about?
Vanilla is so bland, dude.
This guy.
That's like eating chicken tenders without the sauce.
I'm gonna cry right here, right now.
Okay, who has the best milkshake? Who has the best milkshake? I'm gonna say
one of the most unique ones that's really good is Checkers when they occasionally do it. I think it's like every summer.
Always throws out the most like just the restaurants nobody cares about.
Dude, Chris, I will comment a TikTok.
So good.
I will comment a TikTok. Go try. I think it might be called Rallies on the West Coast. Yeah. So for where you live, Chris, it's Rallies. Go get their like they have a deal. I don't know if they still have it, where it's like 2 for $5.
Genie's giving me the.
Did you say
the
don't do
no.
it?
Don't do it.
I
Don't
think
give you the shit.
I trust Genie because
Genie has a weak stomach.
Very
Yeah.
similar
There
opinions.
is a Rally's right across my street, and not only is that a
it's
prime
so
spot for
good.
the homeless people to hang out, but it's also very like.
Well, okay.
Bubbly.
To be fair, yeah, it's a California.
Genie lives in a
Rallies.
bad Genie lives in a bad area.
Okay, that's a fair point. All right, I won't deny that.
But Chris,
But
go there and get like they're always doing a deal where it's like 2 for something, and you can get like a chicken sandwich and a burger.
Yep.
Like you're gonna eat it and be like, how is this only like $4? Like that's every time I've gone there and eaten, that's what I think. I'm like,
Chicken
bro, how is
sandwiches
this?
are bomb for sure.
Yeah, they're really good. I think it's one of the most
Yeah.
underrated like fast food chains.
Dude, have you guys been to Applebee's lately?
Applebee's, Olive Garden, and well, Chili's is still okay, but Applebee's and Olive Garden have gone so downhill in the last couple of years.
Because
I used to work for Applebee's.
Olive Garden,
2 years.
they're not even like trying anymore, dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Olive Garden
It's
sucks
so
now.
It's
dude. The last thing I remember from Applebee's was their chicken strips, and they were really good, and I wanted to try them
They
again.
do have good chicken strips,
They are. I remember them being.
and their honey mustard is
fantastic.
amazing.
Well, that's the one place where I will eat the chicken strips with sauce.
Red Robin's is very
Well,
disappointing
it comes
too.
automatically comes with honey mustard usually.
I
It's all
asked
over
for
here,
barbecue.
does. Or yep, their barbecue is good too.
Shit.
Their
what is
signature
this?
sauce is
Dude, Cheesecake Factory. I had the mac and cheese
Oh,
burger.
Dude, Cheesecake Factory. The name is
Mac and
tainted
cheese,
for me now,
cheesecake
dude.
mac
Chris.
Dude, it's
Burger.
so good. It's so
Dude,
good.
for the
Yo.
last time, Jeannie has a weak stomach.
wait, no, I'll take a mac and cheese burger.
Yeah, I know,
I'll
but-
take all the.
Yeah. No, it's literally a burger, and they take a ball of mac and cheese that's been fried, and they throw it on top. So when you squish it down, the cheese melts down, and oh, dude, it's so
I don't
good.
know, dude. Mac and cheese is
So
weird,
good.
dude.
Jeannie's like, damn, I might go get me some cheesecake tonight.
What, okay. What do they even have there? Because I'm under the impression.
So many things, dude. So many
Wait.
things.
What's
They
up
have,
with the
like-
spaghetti factory?
That's literally just pasta and stuff. Like it's it's all right. I never really cared. But Cheesecake Factory,
Cheesecake Factory has like
they
40
have-
plus different cheesecakes.
they
for
have
sauce,
like
Uh-huh.
they have
Cheesecake is meh.
and they're unreal.
they have Italian food. They have Mexican food with an Italian
pizza?
twist on it. They have Oriental food. What do you want to call it? Like, cause they have
got
like
pizza.
egg rolls and
Yeah.
stuff. Dude, their egg rolls are so good.
Oh my
Cheesecake
god, they
Factory?
have a ton of crap.
Dude, they have all
Oh,
kinds of
okay,
stuff.
country
There's
stuff.
something
Oh.
for everybody there.
How are their milkshakes?
Never had them, but their
I'm
cheesecake,
sure they have to be good because their cheesecake is phenomenal.
their cheesecake
They're
is
like
great.
$6.
But every time I have their cheesecake, I'm like,
They're-
God, dude, I wish the cheesecake was like half the size because it's just too much, and I gotta eat the whole
Dude,
damn thing.
I'll get 3 to 4 meals as far as the dessert goes with one piece of cheesecake from there. It's so rich and like I'll take like 3 bites, put it back in the fridge.
I had,
lasagna.
Like
I can't remember what I had the first time. I had
the
like,
Reese's one, bruh.
yeah,
let me tell ya.
I had it was like a pizza, but it was different. There was a twist on it. I can't remember what the
Mhm.
twist was.
The heck is lasagna?
It was so Chris. It was pizza, but instead of crust, it was like like a flat chicken tender. It was like chicken, like fried chicken is the crust. It was so good,
my
dude.
God.
It was like chicken
That's
parmesan, but with pizza toppings on it.
Right.
So
Nah,
good.
dude. I think, dude, crust is sacred to me, bro. You don't freaking replace it with chicken.
It's dude. The Italians invented pizza. I'm pretty sure they could try different things with it.
Okay, but I'm not gonna try it.
You should
That's
try
what I'm
it.
saying.
It's right
No,
down your
man.
alley. It's two of your
He doesn't-
favorite
he
things,
doesn't
dude.
He doesn't like sauce on his chicken, bro.
That's a very interesting way to put it because that low key makes sense, dude. That low key makes sense. Where that maybe that's why I think it sounds gross.
It's like it's pizza.
I'm sure he wouldn't want cheese on his chicken either.
Have you ever had chicken
No,
parmesan, Chris?
no, I
So
don't
they
even know
put-
what that consists of.
It's like a fried chicken breast, but they put mozzarella cheese and marinara sauce on it.
Nah.
So it's almost like a mozzarella stick,
More
but
grated parm.
it's weird.
Well, okay, I don't get it. So pepperoni
Oh yeah, sorry.
flatbread pizza.
It's usually
hot
like a
honey
cheese
on
blend.
request. What does hot honey on request mean? Oh, is it like a sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, the shit's bomb.
They have really
Put
good
that on, like,
sauces.
the chicken, it's like I forget what it's called. Something. They're two big pieces of fried chicken, amazing, and then their mashed potatoes are also fire.
I haven't had.
Some of the
this
best.
I'm not crazy
Some
into
of the
home
best
style
mashed
food, so
potatoes.
I haven't tried their home style stuff.
Oh, dude. Ooh.
Do
telling
you
you
guys,
that
do you guys like
chicken-
Salisbury steak?
I don't think I've had.
I
this
do.
before.
That sounds gross.
Salisbury steak is just like they cook they cook like ground beef like it was a steak, and so like usually there's like you put like gravy on it, stuff like that. We used to have it on the boat all the
Mhm.
time, and it was really good because it tastes like a
Sounds like-
burger, but it's usually got like onions in it and stuff, like
Sounds like
meatloaf
an
would.
Okay,
It's
Yeah,
like a cross
to get
between
diarrhea.
meatloaf and a burger.
right.
What do you? Meatloaf is an abomination, dude.
I've had really good meatloaf.
It just sounds nasty, dude. It's a
Meatloaf
loaf of
is-
meat.
Dude, there's a lot of things that sound nasty, and then you try them, and you're like, "Whoa, this is really good." Like you gotta try things, man.
I don't know. You know,
Like I'm a firm believer in like not being. You shouldn't be allowed to have an opinion on something if you've never
you know
tried it
what?
or done it.
you know what? How about this? I'm gonna piss everybody off. Okay, you ready
Oh,
for this?
boy. Here we go.
I eat
Okay.
meat without sauce or
You broke
just
up.
the straight.
I don't know what he said.
No clue.
Are you kidding me?
No,
He's
what
like,
did
I'm
you
gonna
say?
piss everybody off.
Yeah,
Okay. I eat spaghetti without sauce
Oh,
or meat
yeah.
on it.
Oh my god.
So,
I
if
got
Chris-
it.
No,
all right,
wait,
guys,
dude.
this
So-
has been another episode.
Wait,
of-
so
Oh,
Genie,
Yeah, I hate spaghetti sauce.
Wait a minute.
See,
Genie,
See you next week.
you're telling me when you get spaghetti, you put like just Parmesan cheese or like butter on it?
Who the
That's the
heck puts
best way.
butter on spaghetti?
The best way to get it.
Chris, so most people
See you guys
who
next week.
don't like
Chicken
sauce on their
maybe
spaghetti
sometimes.
put like butter and stuff on it.
I put Parmesan cheese.
Yes, I know, but not every,
Parmesan
even
cheese
you
and
take it
nudes?
to a different
That's
level
it?
of extreme.
Nudes and Parmesan cheese. That's all. That's your
There's something
spaghetti.
Yeah,
wrong
it's-
with that?
Yes, that's not spaghetti.
That it's not. You're eating
The
you're-
noodle itself is spaghetti.
No meat. You
It-
don't put no burger meat.
So
No.
No mushrooms. No sauce. Nothing.
technically, it's spaghetti, but
Oh,
is it a meal? No, you're just eating carbs
No.
with cheese on it. Like it's like you might as well eat a piece of bread with cheese on it, like cheesy
You
bread.
even put at
It's the same
least
thing.
butter and make buttered nudes.
No, it
I've
literally
never been told
all-
to put butter on spaghetti.
all he's tasting is Parmesan cheese.
Really?
Oh.
Yes. And garlic bread. Bro, sorry. I'm sorry, man. What do you, I mean,
I have come to the conclusion
tried it.
you just don't like
tried it.
flavorful food.
no,
He
I
doesn't.
tried it and I to me, no, it's not
You have
about
a
the flavor.
bland
It's about the texture. I'm a texture guy. Texture
Yeah,
freaks
same.
me out.
Yeah, it's full of fucking onions and little crunchy things that just in the middle of the sauce. Like, why is
Dude,
it there?
have you ever bitten into a burger and there's
Wait.
like a little like it almost feels a tiny pebble in it?
What the
Yes.
fuck? What are you
100%.
talking about? A pebble
You
in
know
the
what I'm
burger?
talking about, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like it's like
like a
someone
rock.
put a BB in it or something, bro. It's
What
weird.
the hell
Yeah.
are you guys
Yeah.
eating,
Yeah,
bro?
No, Dad would make burgers sometimes, and every time I would,
You want to
have
spit
the
it out and
burger,
run away.
yeah,
I
it
think it's
ruins the meal.
cartilage. I think.
I think it's just a piece of fat that you guys are talking about. There's always like a piece that is hard to choose.
It's
every time.
hard.
Yeah,
It's
that's
hard.
it's fat or cartilage. Yeah.
Mhm.
I've never experienced that in a freaking burger.
I mean, it happens a lot when you eat steak.
Yeah.
Never experienced that.
Chris, I
Steak,
swear to
yeah,
God,
it's
dude, you
always
need
good,
you
yeah.
got like Starbucks Wi-Fi right now or something.
I do. I might need to get a new freaking.
You got a trial
modem
from
or something.
trial from
It's time
AOL.
to do your annual router upgrade.
No, dude, we pay for like 400 megabits per second, and we get
You might wanna call
250.
him.
Yeah,
dude,
I would
Oh,
know.
yeah, Spectrum. Spectrum.
Yeah,
And you've never
Spectrum's
had
pain in the
this
ass, that's
issue
why I
though. I
have to-
feel like not this bad.
He's never
No,
cut out this
no,
bad. Maybe once
no,
or
no.
twice
I mean,
in
last
podcast.
time I was cutting out towards the end. Remember?
Yeah, but this has
Yeah.
literally been happening the whole entire time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
It's on a different
Did you
level.
reset your router recently?
Yes,
Okay.
like
Bro,
last
I
week.
can't
I would
stand
call
when
them.
I call them and they like try to get me to run through the same thing. I'm like, I
Dude.
already did it. I already did
Dude,
it. I
okay,
already
we
did
all
it.
know how to
Here's the
do
thing.
that shit.
I
now.
have no control over it. I told mom about it. I was like, I was like, hey, can you ask what we're paying for? Because I'm pretty sure we're paying for 400. We're not getting. It's like, oh well, then you gotta call and you gotta wait and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, but you guys are spending money on something we're not actually like getting because like we're paying for something
parents
better
don't
than we're
understand
actually
that half the
receiving.
time.
Yeah, if you complain
And-
enough,
and-
they'll give you like a credit or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I think last time we called, like they came in and they were like, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong.
Dude, I literally,
Oh, they'll
I'm,
try to play it off. You got to really like get down to the wire with them. They'll
I
try
had
to
a-
play it off.
I
like it's
had
whatever.
some really interesting experiences with Xfinity. They sent a guy out, and the
Oh,
guy was like,
God,
"Oh,
Xfinity.
it's just this," and he added like an adapter to the back of the cable that goes into the router, and then it literally made it worse.
Yeah.
And then like
Xfinity is
the
the
next guy
worst.
came and was like, "Oh, here's your issue. Some dumbass put this adapter on there, and he took it off, and it got better." But then, not like it still was an issue.
So it was having the original.
So they're like,
issue.
okay, we're gonna send somebody who's going to do something to the box outside, and somebody who's gonna do something to the router. Well, the guy
you
showed up,
should've done
messed
the
with the
first-
box. No guy came to mess with the router, so then it completely stopped working for an entire day. They had to send somebody in the morning because I literally had to like get on my phone, go outside to get good enough service to connect to Discord, and tell everybody I wasn't gonna be able to stream because I had no internet.
Their
and then
customer service and all
they-
that's horrible.
They
Absolutely horrible.
Yeah, and then they finally sent 2 guys to come fix it, but I was like, God, you guys.
Most
Forgot-
ISPs are just freaking doo doo, bro. That's just how they are. It's because like they're really okay. This is how they make money. They charge you for stuff that should basically be a necessity in this day.
Yeah, I think the issue is like we need to start like we need to start treating internet as like an actual like basic requirement instead of like
Yeah.
something that you
Yeah.
have to like everybody should be entitled to like a certain level of internet automatically.
Dude, even with schools, bro. Like when lockdown happened, I think a lot of maybe the Spectrum specifically, but like they were offering free internet because of that.
Well, because I think
everybody was doing their classes online.
you know why though? Because they got like some kind of like tax credit to offer that. Like it's always because they're getting something. Like they don't
Well,
they don't
that-
do anything they don't have to unless they're getting something out of it.
That infrastructure bill that happened recently, isn't that supposed to be like part of that? Like is like
It's supposed to put funding
broadband or
towards
something.
something, yeah, but who knows, man.
And I will say like the what is the SpaceX internet thing
Starlink
called?
or whatever it's called.
Starlink. Yeah, that's honestly like the best thing that's happened in a long time for internet because, bro, like imagine if you're living in like the middle of goddamn nowhere, bro, and there's no way you're getting internet
Yeah,
unless you get Starlink,
yeah, it's interesting.
and it's not even bad speeds.
So I wanted to end because I was thinking about this before when we started the podcast because Chris was talking about pizza. We gotta settle it right now, and this is probably gonna end up on TikTok, but let's settle
boy.
it right now. Which place has the best pizza? What's the best pizza
Papa
place?
John's.
Okay, hold on.
question.
What are our options?
We're not
What are our
talking about
options?
local places. I don't
What
want to
are-
hear
what
about
are our options? What are our options?
franchises.
Franchises.
The top dogs, franchise.
What are
Yeah.
our options?
Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's, Hungry
Caesars.
Howie's.
Little
Hungry
Caesars.
Hungry Howie, what the heck is that,
Hell,
bro?
Yeah,
Where-
Hungry
where-
Howie's is just on the East Coast, I
Howie.
think. We're talking about like
This dude,
nationwide.
this dude said Hungry Howie is like that's something we're
How's
supposed to know, bro.
Bro, you guys miss out on some of the best shit ever. You guys don't
That's-
know what Culver's
that's what the
is,
West
you don't
Coast
know what
says.
Checkers is, and you don't know what Hungry
Checkers-
Howie's is.
Checkers is
Bro.
Rallies on the West Coast. It's the same
You
company.
know, most of these pizza places started in Michigan. Domino's,
Okay.
Little Caesars, Hungry Howie's, all these top ones started in fucking Michigan.
Look, I don't
Bro,
know what the hell
get
Hungry Howie's is,
educated.
but it's not on the
Hungry
list.
Howie's
Get
sounds like-
educated.
Oh wait, are we including
How
Chuck
do
E.
you not
Cheese?
know Hungry
Yes,
Howie's?
Chuck E.
Holy
Cheese
fuck.
is on the list. You can go.
Hey,
like,
what about Peter Piper?
No, Chuck E. Cheese is not on the list.
Peter
it's a
Piper.
pizza place, and it's
Who
national.
goes to Chuck E. Cheese? for
Not me.
pizza?
We
You're
can
not-
all agree
bro,
Chuck E. Cheese
me.
is
Yeah,
is
Chuck E.
F
Cheese
tier.
is cardboard
Hitting up
with cheese on
Chuck E.
it.
Cheese
Oh
for
my-
delivery.
Bro, I
No,
remember.
they're off the list.
I remember one time I went to a birthday party and I asked to go home early because I was like, dude, this is like, I don't want to be here, dude. There's a mouse over here trying to tell me something, and then there's a freaking And like the guy like the mouse outfit smells bad, and then the pizza over here literally looks like somebody dug it out of the garbage and put it on a plate. Like it's just not
Dude,
good.
No, dude.
First
Did I-
day early.
That whole conspiracy theory that they recycle pizza. Did you
Oh,
hear
that's
that?
not-
Like when
that's
Shane
not
Dawson
Yeah,
made a
I,
whole
I
not
watched.
true.
I watched the video.
It's not, but
the game,
it
the
was
game theories did a
interesting.
video on it, I think.
Yeah.
It
And
was
it's
interesting.
it's not true.
Okay,
we-
but
we
what
can
is the
put them
best
on the
pizza
list.
place? I out of the chains, I think right now, as far as quality and taste goes, I think Papa John's is the best at the moment.
Dude, that's the thing.
But it
I haven't had
changes.
Papa John's in so long, dude.
John's
Papa
is really
John's
good.
is very
And their
consistent.
garlic butter sauce is amazing.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
it's very
but
consistent.
Consistency.
Consistency is
versus
key, bro. If I go to
Mhm.
Domino's and I get a shitty pizza, I'm probably gonna choose to not go there next time.
Wait, Chris, what are you doing?
You know
I'll
what?
say I
Do-
do really like Domino's
What?
though, too.
But
you
Domino's
gonna
has
do?
gone through waves.
I just get
they
pepperoni and
do.
cheese.
They 100%
Okay,
do.
so-
Pizza
Right.
Hut used to be amazing, and they're just like,
Dude, Pizza Hut.
oh
They
my God, dude.
Pizza Hut literally went from like I would literally go
Top
there to
tier
pick.
almost.
I would
They went
yeah.
from Pizza Hut to Pizza Butt.
Pizza
it.
Hut used to be a place that people would go to sit down and have pizza, and now it
Yep.
is literally like you go there and you like have you guys gone to a Pizza Hut and seen how they make the pizza now?
It's like
It's
really
all pre-made.
quick process. Yeah.
Dude, okay, you know what? Here's how I can describe Pizza Hut. Their pizza, their quality has gone down and the breadsticks quality has gone up. That's how
I
it's
think
been.
the breadsticks have stayed the
Mm.
same.
No,
Yeah,
dude, they
I'm
used to
not
be
a
like
fan of the
hard
breadsticks.
whenever I would eat them.
Well, that's
Yeah.
because they're old. They literally have a brick that they just take out, throw in a microwave. That's all their
Yeah,
bread
well
is.
now they're always soft, dude. I haven't had that experience since then.
Maybe
Since,
they
like, I
learned
was-
something. I don't know. But all I'm saying is that the pizza is bottom of the. I dude, honestly, if I had a slice of Pizza Hut pizza and a slice of Chuck E. Cheese, I would still choose the Pizza Hut, but I would contemplate it for a second. Okay.
Okay, what about Domino's though?
I think
Domino's is up there for me.
Domino's. I like what they got going on with the flavor, but I don't know. I've noticed that it seems like I don't know if maybe it's just a
There's
local
no more
thing.
heart to it, bro.
That's what I'm feeling. I don't feel like there's effort put into it anymore. Whereas like every time I went and got
okay.
a pizza from Domino's, it seemed special, and now it's just kind of thrown together.
Here's where it went. Here's where it
Mm-hmm.
went downhill. Okay, when they switched over to garlic knots, that was a turning point for the worse.
Yeah.
Okay? Because their old
I love
breadsticks.
the garlic bites.
Yeah. The
They're
garlic
like my
knots.
go-to.
The garlic knots.
No,
No.
the old breadsticks.
There's
used to
garlic knots, and then there's garlic bites.
And the garlic bites are where it's
Have. I
at.
mean, garlic bites. What is this garlic
Yep.
bites?
It's like
they're like-
it's not in a knot form.
It's basically
Okay.
like if you were to take a long breadstick
No, it's
and
like
chop it
it's
into
like a
little
donut
nuggets.
hole.
It's like a donut hole, but garlic
Yeah.
and
Kind
butter
of,
on it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no,
Dude.
dude, I like their old garlic bread was so good. It was nice and fluffy. It was soft, and the seasoning on it was perfect.
Yeah.
Dude,
Their
Little
marinara
Caesars
is really good. Their
Little
marinara is
Caesars
really good.
Italian cheese bread.
I will
had
say that
Buddy.
Domino's has a cheeseburger pizza that's pretty damn good.
Their
Pretty
barbecue
good.
chicken pizza.
Their thin crust is
Yeah.
solid.
That's my go-to. with them.
I will say if
Barbecue.
I'm gonna go to a pizza place for a specialty pizza, I think it's Domino's.
Yep.
But if I just
Out
want
of
like
a
a solid
franchise.
if I just want a solid pepperoni pizza, or like my wife
Yeah.
wants a basic cheese pizza, probably gonna go to
Papa
Papa
John's.
John's.
Okay, so
Mhm.
I would say top three.
Yeah.
I think we can all agree on this: Little Caesars, Domino's, Papa John's.
I would switch
Yeah.
Papa John's and Little Caesars out, like swap their places. But yes, those are the top three. Just maybe not in that order.
Wait. Papa John's, you're saying?
I would
is-
say
is
for
number
me,
one, right?
for me it goes Papa John's, Domino's,
No
Little
question.
Caesars.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, same. That's pretty good.
but dude, did you guys?
I would say Pizza Hut at one point though was
Pizza Hut was
top three.
Pizza Hut was up there at one point,
Yeah.
and I don't know
I
what the hell
love Pizza
happened.
Hut.
Somebody else
Dude.
took over, and they just went off the rails, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's like
I wonder
Burger
what
King,
that
bro.
is. I wonder if there was
They
like
got out
a
pizza.
owner change. Or
Somebody
Cut
out,
out pizza-
somebody
out
they
Pizza
changed the
Hut.
recipes or
somebody out Pizza
Yeah.
the Hut.
or process.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude,
You know?
Pizza Hut. The last time I actually went inside of the building, I got off work and I was waiting for my pizza to be done, and I saw somebody go into the bathroom, walk back out. They went into the kitchen and then they brought my pizza out.
Bro, I remember. You guys remember? I think it was when they switched to the whole Wing Street thing.
Yeah.
I think that's when it went downhill. They started
Wing
carrying.
Street.
Wing Street is like the wings that they sell at Pizza Hut, but like for a while, I don't know if they bought like something that was called Wing Street, or they just decided to make like half of the restaurant wings specifically.
Does anybody even go there for the wings
They're-
though?
Dude, their wings were fire.
They
and
were,
then
yeah.
They started getting to be like shit though. Like every time that I would eat them, they were like chewy and like maybe they weren't cooked all the way. I don't know. But
Dude,
like
I'll
I
tell you
stopped
right
getting them
now,
after a while. But their sauce is fire. The barbecue sauce
Domino's,
they use is really good.
the Domino's like boneless chicken bites, whatever they call them, are ass, dude.
Yeah,
They're
I
like
would never
they're
want those.
super like rubbery, and like I hate when the breading on chicken
hate
gets
rubbery
soggy,
chicken.
and it's like,
Ugh,
yeah.
I hate it. Ah,
Dude,
Bugs me.
you guys want to know something I learned? Little Caesars, back in the day, used to offer 2 pizzas for the price of 1. That's why their slogan is Pizza Pizza, because it was 2 pizzas.
Wait, they got rid of them?
Yeah, they decided to change focus and just make it that the pizza is like half the price of the competitors instead of it being 2 pizzas for the price of 1. Like they literally used
Do
to
you
deliver
guys-
their pizzas in a long box that fit 2 pizzas.
do you guys have jets?
This guy
The
is
hell is
making
that?
up places, dude.
I
swear to God.
Dude, you guys just don't. The problem is, you guys live on the West Coast, so you guys don't know pizza. You don't know good pizza because that's an
Oh
East
yeah,
Bro.
because
Coast thing.
Hungry Howie's, I'm sure, is the best. Right?
Bro, when
Dude,
I was
it's good pizza.
the only
yeah,
thing
it's
about the
good.
East
what kind of
Coast,
name is that?
the East Coast, I would always hear people be like, "Oh, dude, there used to be this place but it got wiped out by a hurricane." I'm like, that's not an issue on the West Coast.
We definitely have the best pizza.
Dude, why did you have
That's
to
for
say that
sure.
right when I was
Yeah,
thinking of
It's
Detroit,
Detroit,
true.
man?
It's true,
York,
dude.
Jersey, Chicago, and Detroit.
Somebody's
Almost
life
no-
savings
almost
and
no-
and
Well,
their
okay, here's the thing. In Detroit, it
Just
doesn't
got
get wiped
wiped
out by a
out.
hurricane. It gets robbed.
okay,
It ain't even that bad no more.
yeah.
Not like what it used to be. But we did start. So we started Jets. We started Hungry Howie's.
So wait,
Little
what's
Caesars.
Jets?
Like
Jets
our,
is a pizza
our-
place?
For the Red Wings Stadium is Little Caesars Arena now. It
Jets
used to
sounds
be
like
Joe
a-
Louis.
Jets
now it's
sounds like
Little Caesars
like a
Arena.
sandwich place.
Dude,
Chris,
Jets is fire.
Chris and Jeannie,
It's
when you
so
guys, if you guys come to visit here, I'm definitely taking you guys to Dion's.
What is
Okay.
Dion's?
Dion's
Dion's is a local pizza place here. But it's
Yeah,
like
it's nice to know.
it's a chain here.
It's nice to know I'm not the only one who's like picky about texture, because I feel like I'm weird for that.
There are
Dude,
some
it is
people that
a
have
battle
texture issues.
my whole life. Honestly, I'll get into it. I'll probably start crying if I really told you the real feelings I have about it. But like, it's like that. It's like that much of a problem.
Like all I think of is that TLC show where they like get people over their food phobias, and like they literally like the chick only eats French fries, so they like take vegetables and shit and they like put them in the shape of French fries, and she literally like picks up a carrot, takes a bite of it, and just breaks down crying.
No, dude, Jeannie,
It's like she just
Okay.
ate the worst thing in her entire life.
how do you feel about beans?
She's like gagging and stuff.
Okay, so baked beans
Ooh,
or
some
something like that,
like
that-
Bush's baked beans.
Baked beans,
or barbecue beans. Barbecue beans
They're so sweet.
scare the fuck
so
out
good.
of me, and I will cry and die. Barbecue beans.
Dude,
I, have
I don't
trauma.
like beans. Beans are like the texture is it's like it's unnaturally like soft.
You need fiber, bro. Eat some beans, give you some good fiber.
Refresh.
I need
Very
fiber.
high-
you don't like
they're very high in
eat-
fiber.
dude, I basically just eat bread all the time. What are you?
Do you not like
talking
chili?
Dude, you know, like bread has fiber, but like the more processed it is, usually the less fiber it has. You know that? Like you can find bread that has like no fiber.
So the Pop Tarts aren't doing me well, are they?
No,
Chili,
they
I
are
could-
definitely not doing you well.
They're bro. Uh-uh.
Chili, I have a phobia.
Dude, beans.
Do you guys like chili?
Dude, I love
I-
chili.
I hear chili, and I don't know
love
what that. Is that like? Do they mean like chili seasoning, or like chili? Is that like a specific? Like you're talking about like chili, like the food?
So isn't
Yeah.
there like there's chili with 2 L's and 1 L, right? Or am I tripping?
I think you're tripping.
Maybe it's just a,
Do
you mean-
chili on a menu I saw somewhere that had 2 L's. Like maybe they had a typo.
There's chile.
But no, that's CHILE.
Yeah.
Chile. No,
Chili
but-
is like essentially like a soup.
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
just
no.
a lot more heartier.
Soup's
It's got-
weird, bro.
It usually
I
has
eat
like
kidney beans.
meat and like I mean, there's so many different ways to make chili, but they always
bro.
have beans in it, like pinto
See, I
beans or
think-
kidney
I think
beans.
and
soup
crackers
is
and
Sa-
gross.
dude, I throw
Sweet.
when I have chili beans, I turn it into like nachos almost. I throw like tortilla chips and sour cream and cheese, and I like scoop it, and goddamn, it's good, dude. I love me some chili. My wife makes
Okay, well,
good chili.
what's a food that you guys don't like?
A
in
food that I
case?
don't like.
Yeah.
I don't like. I don't like.
I like avocado.
I don't like lean fish.
That's
Like I don't like.
texture thing for me too. As
I
well.
love avocado. Well, I don't
Fish?
love it, but yeah, I
What
don't
do you-
like. I
define
don't.
lean fish.
Flaky fish like flounder,
Um,
tilapia.
Not a
Fuck that shit, dude. I don't like it,
dude, Long John Silver's was really good, and I'm sad that place like barely exists anymore.
dude. I like
What?
like
What did you
I
just say?
I don't like fish sticks.
Shut up, Culver's boy.
Fish sticks is
Long
are gross, dude.
Silvers? Oh my god.
Culver's.
Fast food, seafood. No way. Hard pass.
Yeah, that shit's tough.
Oh my
Bro, I remember
God.
one time I had some gas station sushi. Big, I learned my lesson.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
He needs
Oh.
some milk.
I was like, sushi sounds
Gas
good.
station anything is usually
I
not a
literally-
good idea.
I literally just like
No.
it said like fresh prepared that day, and I was like, oh, I'll take a spicy tuna roll. And I literally was like shitting my brains out like 2 hours later.
Ugh.
I don't know.
Dude.
Fish is something very
You guys
dangerous
don't-
to dabble with.
You guys don't have Publix either, right?
What the hell is
Grocery
that?
store.
I swear,
Oh.
Grocery store.
I'm pretty
Publix.
sure he's making stuff up.
That's a Florida
Dude.
thing, right?
Florida East Coast. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. Is it spelled with an X?
Yes.
Publix.
That's so
I've,
lame.
I've heard of
That
it.
is so
Dude.
lame.
You guys are missing out on some of the best shit. They have like really good sushi, and then they do deals on like on Wednesdays. I think it's like $5 a pack, and it's like
Sounds like
12 things of
Sprouts.
sushi or whatever.
Sprouts does the same thing with
Sprouts,
sushi.
do, Sprouts too. Yep.
Sprouts has some good
Yep.
sushi too.
But we have pub subs, and so it's like you can go in, you do all kinds of subs like what you'd see at Jimmy John's, Subway, whatever. But they're fucking
Jimmy
massive.
John's.
They're huge, and they're like $9. And you'll get probably 2 meals out of it. But
Bro.
like they have a chicken tender pub sub. I swear they take like 6 or 7 chicken tenders, chop them things up. I mean, it's like stacked
There's
as
a
a sandwich. And
there's this
you get in half-
sandwich place
you eat
in
half the
LA.
setting.
There's a sandwich place in LA called Fats, I think. It's like Fat Sal's, I think.
That
Dude.
sells.
Their sandwiches are like this big, and they'll have like chicken tenders, mozzarella sticks, French fries,
Oh, yeah.
and then like your normal like
Heart
meats
attack
and
on a bun.
cheese.
Mhm.
And like literally, they say you're only supposed to eat there like once a year. It's so bad for you, but it's so good, dude.
course.
It's so good.
Bad in
that-
what way?
They like it's just so much fried junk.
Not good. Yeah.
Like it's just really bad for you to
Heart
eat that a lot.
blood pressure,
And then
everything.
their milkshakes, they'll take
Oh,
like
yeah.
a whole slice of like chocolate cake, blend it
Put
into
it
the
on top.
shake, and then put a little chunk of chocolate cake on top. Like everything that's there is like you should probably only eat it like once a year.
oh my god.
Like this
Dude, the chocolate
sandwich,
cake from Buffalo Wild.
yeah, it's my favorite. Like
Dude,
these
that's so
these
good.
sandwiches are like 6,000 calories a piece. Like
Hmm.
Whoa.
so bad for you. It's like 3 days worth of calories in
Oh,
one
that's,
sandwich.
That's something I need, bro. I need that.
You need to, yeah, you need to do the Go Mad diet,
Mad.
where you drink a
You know what
gallon of
Go
milk
Mad
a
is?
day.
A gallon of milk a
Gallon of
day,
milk a day.
Go mad.
Bro, you would
There's this
I don't know. Definitely don't do that. The acne would be out of control, man. At least for me.
dude. Okay, so there's this chemistry YouTuber that I watched, Nile Red, and he said he did that with chocolate milk.
So much sugar.
And, bro,
Dude,
he
how
he said
much-
he like afterwards he was so sick of chocolate milk that like he couldn't even drink it for like a few years.
How much sugar is in a gallon of chocolate milk? I guarantee you it's like 100 grams or
Hurts
something.
quite a bit. Yeah. It's a lot.
How much sugar is in a gallon of chocolate milk? 384 grams of sugar in a gallon of chocolate milk. God damn, bro.
dude!
That's a lot. That's real tough.
Okay,
But yeah,
what about,
you gain weight pretty fast with that.
that's the whole
What about
point.
if you just did it with like Hershey's syrup and regular
Like
milk?
sugar free.
Or yeah, I mean, it could be
Okay,
sugar.
there's 208 grams of sugar in a regular gallon of milk. That's
In a
1%.
regular
Oh, so
gallon of
it's
milk?
included sugar?
1%. Dude, actually, the more the more fat that's in the milk, the less sugar there is. It looks like.
Well,
Oh.
What does almond chocolate milk have?
It depends on the brand. I found some that has 0 sugar, but I don't know. Like, I've kind of shied away from almond milk. I'm getting tired of the taste. Cashew milk is really good because it's really creamy.
Is that the one that
Really?
tastes like a birthday cake?
Huh?
Yeah, apparently there's a certain kind of like nut milk that tastes like birthday cake.
The birthday nut? I'm just kidding.
Nut,
Wow.
nut milk sounds disgusting. I'm sorry for saying that.
Dude,
I don't like.
there was
I don't like
there was a
those.
eggnog. Oh fuck! Damn it. We
I-
both paused.
I was just gonna say. All I want to say is, soy milk can go to hell, dude. Soy milk is gross.
Agreed.
Soy is weird.
It's
Just
terrible
the
for
name
you.
of it sounds like it's gross.
You're not, like, it's not good for like the normal human to have that much soy.
How about this? Would you guys eat lab grown meat?
Hell yeah. What's wrong with that?
I don't have an issue with it.
I don't have an issue with it. I mean, if it
Why is
makes
everyone else silent?
Over it for a second.
so
lab
like,
grown meat, yeah.
dude, they're literally like making it's expensive right now, but the whole point is to get it to the point where it's cheaper than cows, which is gonna happen because the price of cows is going up. But it
You got,
literally you
those
can't tell the
Wonder
difference.
Burgers or whatever.
No, because
No.
that's a plant-based burger. This literally has the same. It's literally like they cloned. It's like they cloned a cow, but instead they're just cloning
Dude,
the meat
the-
itself.
That
Yeah.
sounds like digestive issues for us.
It's the same exact chemical makeup and taste of normal meat. Like you can't
You know
tell
what
the
it sounds like
difference.
to me?
And
What it
our
sounds like to
body
me?
would be able to process it like normal.
Yes, in some ways they say it's
Meat.
actually healthier
It's
because
just meat,
it's
bro.
without all the hormones and shit too.
Well,
The
yeah,
thing is,
we
dude-
are notorious for putting the worst shit ever in our bodies here in the U.S.
Yeah.
with all the stuff they
The-
put into the even like
here's
stuff that's supposed to be healthy.
here's probably one of the biggest benefits, dude. You realize how much carbon livestock puts into the atmosphere?
Okay,
If you
tree
wanna,
hugger.
if you want to,
I'm just
dude,
kidding.
if you want to fix climate change or whatever, like that's a big part of it. Is getting rid of like having too much
dude, my
livestock.
great grandkids can suffer. I'm just gonna live my happy ass a good life, eat whatever I want, drive fast cars that use a bunch of gas and pollute the atmosphere. You know, you know what I do on the weekends with my free time? Sometimes I just take aerosol cans and just spray them in the air for fun.
No one's laughing.
I know.
Wait, I'm sorry. I got confused.
I'm gonna respond to a text real quick. My bad.
So
Okay.
you take aerosol and you spray it.
No,
Don't actually
no,
do it.
No,
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 no, just
no,
kidding.
no.
No, I obviously I was joking about all that stuff. But yeah, no, it definitely would reduce the carbon footprint of cows by a ton if people, didn't rely on them as much anymore. But dude, what they put cows through is awful, dude. Like
Yeah.
it's really sad.
Dude, did you see there's Twitch channels where like you donate bits and it feeds
Yeah,
chickens?
and XQC just
Yeah.
went boom, boom, boom. just like-
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
dude, he donated so much that like the machine ran out of food.
yeah, it was funny.
Dude, so
Yeah, dude.
this is super random, but you said bits that jog my memory. So the Sheeshley guy that's in your chat all the time,
Oh, dude.
he comes into mine every now and then now. And he was talking about how many bits he's put on your channel alone. And he said something of like 180,000, I think it was.
It's 190,000 now. Yeah, he's trying to
That
get
is
to 200K by the end of the month.
Real. How much does that equate to?
200,000 would be $2,000.
Holy fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
She's insane.
That
I
is-
felt
Yeah,
bad,
he's
dude.
a big
He's
supporter.
awesome. He's a cool dude.
Dude,
Wait,
Oh,
he
wow,
just
I
donated
guess it's a-
$2,000 to you?
Dude or girl.
Almost, yeah, and just bits.
bro,
Oh,
dude,
God.
one of our mods into the weeds here, but one of our mods, like, I don't know if he had an issue with Sheesley or what, he banned Sheesley from the Discord server and then left.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't
he
know,
just-
dude.
He like resigned, dude.
I'll never understand. Stungies is like the only mod that, but Jopa too, and I guess Too Quick as well. Those three have always kind of like been cool and stayed the same. Like, they might have something going on, so they'll step away for a little bit, but they'll always come back. But I've never
Yeah.
understood a mod coming in saying that they don't want to be a mod for anybody else. They're really happy with the community, like they like being a part of it and doing something to contribute, and then all of a sudden turning around and just like, I don't know what it is. I've had a couple, it happened a couple times where like they just like I had some mods say that they didn't feel appreciated, but they didn't like they didn't communicate anything. So like I don't know there's an issue.
We give them like options and stuff like that. Nope. But
it's like they expect me to kind of like chase them and be like, no, please come back. But like I'm not gonna beg somebody to be a mod.
You just want to help the creator out and help make keep the chat cool and everything. Like I'm a mod for Big E on his, and I'm just here to be here, man. I watch the stream all the time, so like might as well help out. We had somebody come in that was plastering like porn ads essentially.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
His stream the other day, and we instant banned and everything. He's in the middle of an intense Apex match, and I'm like, okay,
Well, so XQC, he talked about it on the stream recently, and people were kind of like iffy on it. And he specifically said, like, I don't want to pay my mods because
Chris, you're breaking up, dude. Getting like every other word.
Every time, dude. Am I good? Am I good?
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Man.
Like your camera's like freezing and...
You guys look fine for me.
Well, yeah, because our connection's not the issue.
It's like my upload speed's just doo-doo.
Yeah, dude, I think the upload speeds in the US they need to step it up.
Okay, but could you understand what I was saying right there?
I understand you right now, yeah.
Okay.
What was XQC talking about?
He doesn't pay his mods.
Okay.
And he was saying he doesn't do it because he wants them all actually like want to be in the stream, and he doesn't want them coming into the chat because they have to.
Yeah, no,
which I think is kind of a smart way to go about it. So all the mods are volunteers. He pays them for like media share days and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that mods should not be there because they get a paycheck. They should be there because they want to be there and they like contributing and like.
But what if you find people that are willing to do both?
That's the thing. You don't want to risk that.
Well, if you see the other issue is like if I'm paying somebody, if I'm paying somebody to be a mod, and then all of a sudden it turns into like, oh, sorry, I can't make it today because I'm going on a date or I'm doing this. It's like, well, I'm paying you, so I expect you to be there, and so that eliminates that. You don't have that issue. You're just like, oh, okay, well, it's not like you're paid to do it, so go ahead and do what you want. I'll be all right.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a mod that's always there, I think at that point it's okay to pay him after a certain amount of time because it's like they're going to be there. Paying wouldn't change anything.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah, if they're there because they genuinely like the stream, like the community, or whatever.
Like if
I would be there whether they're collecting money or they're not.
The only time I would like pay a mod is if like I was big enough to where like I actually have like people in the room with me while I'm streaming, like somebody who's like running all the like Doc has Alex running his stream like on the side, so like when something fucks up, he's like, "What the hell, Alex?" Like he's like talking to him,
dude.
Like,
how does Ben Jammins do all that stuff by himself?
Dude, Ben Jammins is on another level. Like that guy is he does so much. But like, I don't want it to come off rude because I'm trying to think about how to say it. That looks exhausting to me. Like that makes that looks like that is work. And like don't get me wrong, you have to do something to stand out, especially at the beginning. But like, I'm just curious if there's times where he's doing that and he's like it's exhausting, you know what I mean? Because like he's just constantly switching things, like he's programmed all these scenes to play out, like it's hilarious. I respect it so I guess the way that I'm trying to say it is like I could never do that. That is too much for me. Like I respect that on a whole nother level. Like Ben Jammins is one of the most entertaining streamers I've ever seen, and like I seriously think someday he's gonna be one of the biggest streamers.
Here's the thing, though. I will,
and he deserves it.
High energy streams like that, do not go into them if you have a headache or you're feeling nauseous. It's too much.
dude, I went into one stream and he was literally in a carriage, and it was taking him down the street, and somebody redeemed something, and it turned to night vision, and like the music got all intense, and he was like looking around with binoculars, like there's somebody out here, or whatever. Like you know, like it was like
Yeah.
it was like a movie scene, dude. It was so crazy.
Yeah, I know he
It's
does
on another
a
level.
really good job, man.
Yeah.
Like that.
But I'm glad I clarified.
I agree. I could never do
It's
that.
I could never do it, man. Like I like streaming, but I don't love it enough to put that much time and effort into it. Because like there's a certain point where I feel like it feels like work, and when it feels like work, I'm not having as much fun, and it becomes stressful. And so
Mhm.
like he must really love streaming. That's all I gotta say. He must really love it, because that is
I mean, if you're
it
getting
shows.
the engagement and all that, and you can put that amount of effort in, I mean, I guess that's kind of worth it.
To me, that's
he
where the
has so many
content comes
scenes,
for me.
bro.
Like that's where I want to
Does
get
he
with my
make other
content.
content though too, or is he really?
Yeah,
strictly
no,
just
he
doing
makes
the
other
stream?
content. He makes other content, but
Okay.
I would say that the most effort
Some
is definitely in
people
his
do only
stream.
really do the stream stuff, you know,
Yeah.
because they can.
Oh, dude, you know what? XQC got back together with the girl he was dating before.
Nice.
So there you go.
I didn't know anything about that until they broke up.
I don't know his
yeah,
girlfriend.
they broke up and then they got back.
I think
together.
it's safe to say that Chris's favorite streamer is XQC.
Yeah,
yeah.
he talks about him a lot.
dude, because it's like I used to not watch him because I always felt like he was like too much of a tryhard, and then I saw a couple clips. I was like, oh, I'll go check him out, and I always tune into his stream
Bruh.
whenever he's live.
I love watching his videos on YouTube. Like I watched one the
Yeah.
other day where like he was watching a video where somebody was explaining the price of video games, and how like a video game like 20 years ago is like $180 today. Like gaming is like the cheapest it's ever been. But now it's become like an excuse to not have a finished game. And he's all
Right.
like, he's like ranting. He's like, look at that shit. He's like, he like pulls up like the Call of Duty games on Steam. He's like, you want to buy all the
Oh.
games? It's like $800. he's like, he's like, look at this. He's like,
$60 for
yeah.
a game that came out 5 years ago.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you wanna go on a nostalgia trip? You wanna play the old game that you used to love? He's like, $50 for the season pass, and it doesn't even say what season pass it is. He's like, which one is it? He's all pissed. He's like, $50.
Yeah, which season is it? Yeah, dude. By the way, I tried the juice. It tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher. That's exactly what it tastes like.
But with like fruit punch. There's punch.
Yeah, I guess it's a lot stronger than I
It's
expected, but it is good.
tropical-y. Yeah,
but,
it's good. I
yeah,
like it. It's like a candy
his-
watermelon. Yeah.
dude, his streams, like they end up becoming like, it's like he plays balloons for like an hour, and then he plays GTRP for like the rest of the stream.
I bet
And
you.
That's fine. That's fine.
I bet you he'll get his own can soon. The juice. I could see that being in a can for sure.
See, the thing is, if you got another flavor, what would it even be?
I don't know. I saw that either coming out with like another shaker or something like that. He teased a new shaker. But I guarantee you, if anybody's getting a can soon, it's him.
Nah, dude, there's so
And then
many good clips.
Nick Merckx is probably gonna get his M-Fam punch in powder form soon too, as well.
Dude, I'm sorry. That can. The
It's not
first
for
time I had it, I was
everybody.
like, oh, it's pretty good.
It's not for
And then the
everybody.
second time I had it, I was like, it's a little much.
It's definitely
much.
one of the flavors that I can't drink all the time.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, that blood orange, like stonks, whatever you want to call it, that blood orange flavor is one of the best I've had in a while.
Well, because it tastes like a candy, right?
I said
Like a
it.
lollipop or something like that?
I described it as like one of those orange lollipops you get from like a barber shop or something. You know, it has like that bit of like candy flavor to it. Like that's what it tastes like to
Yeah,
me. It's like an
I
orange lollipop.
don't think I could really handle that. I feel like that's gonna be.
I
too
like
strong.
orange stuff.
Interesting. Dad really seems to like both Flavor Bomb and the juice. I think
Yeah, I knew he would like the juice because he likes watermelon stuff.
he got Maiden's Blood and didn't like it.
Maiden's Blood is definitely not for everybody, but it's one of those flavors where I was like, okay, this was made for me. You know, like the type of
I
person
want
I
to
am.
try that still. I haven't got the chance to yet.
It's definitely it's different. It's very unique.
What is it supposed to taste like?
It's like a melon pear flavor. It's really good. I love it.
Melon pear.
With like an aftertaste of the lychee fruit. So it has like this weird little like interesting taste at the end. I love it. It's unlike anything else G Fuel's made. Probably the most unique
Yeah.
flavor out there.
He likes to mix flavors though. I don't know why he does that.
You like a little bit, you like this, you like that, try putting them together, maybe they'll taste good, and then when they do, you do it again. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but he does it like all the time, dude. Like just mixing different flavors left and right. and it's
I mean,
like-
I do it all the time, but for content. And there's definitely some times where I'm like, oh,
I
you know
guess
what,
that's
that was,
true.
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, that one
yeah.
was good. I'm gonna do that again.
Then I almost feel like he should watch like, your mixes.
Sour green apple with sour blue chug jug is one of the best mixes I've done. Snow cone and bubblegum was really good.
What was the one that I gave you?
I don't even remember. It must not have been that great.
You said it was good.
Yeah, but good and great are different. Like if it's great,
well,
I'll do it
okay,
again.
I don't know if you said good or great or pretty good. I don't remember.
There's
dude.
some
It's
where I'm
been a
just
while.
like, that just doesn't work. I'll be like, it's fine, but like, I'm probably not gonna do that again. Like, I'll say that, you know.
Dude, mix moon pie and tropical rain, bro.
Moon pie and tropical rain, or moon pie and chili dog. Like, ugh.
No,
I'm
I
getting-
wouldn't say chili dog because that one's. meant
Let's
to
see.
be,
Let's
like,
see how
gross.
close I am to mixing chili dogs with milk. Because I'm doing that for
What's it,
150K on YouTube.
150K.
Oh, dude, we're 271 subs away from doing chili dogs in milk. That is gonna be
God,
delicious.
That's so. Oh no! It's not gonna be delicious.
Well, I feel like if you keep posting clips of each video to TikTok, that should
Yeah,
help.
yeah, I think that's definitely gonna help. Like I said, I'm probably gonna post us talking shit about Pizza Hut and stuff. I think that'll be funny. And Genie,
Yeah.
God, Pizza Hut is a
Genie-
disgrace.
what Genie said, he was like, was it that they got out pizza? And I was
Yeah.
like,
It's true.
Did you guys like how I did it? Where like it kept changing, like the cameras were moving
Yeah.
around. Yeah.
Although
Perfect.
there
Yeah,
was
no,
one
there's
thing.
no better
there
way to
was
do it.
one thing because
Yep.
I think because like Genie didn't really talk during that clip, and so
Yeah,
like there's
I
one
just-
point
I just put it
I
like-
look like a damn fool. I was like,
Yeah,
no.
you're just like you're listening. Yeah, I thought that was funny. You're just there.
I look so stupid. I was like, wow, that's a great angle.
Well,
But,
yeah, Genie, there's your incentive to talk more.
It was funny though because Chris said
Yeah.
something and your like eyebrow moved a little bit. You're like, what the like? I don't know if you were thinking about what you were typing or like you
I
heard
was-
something and you're like, what the hell?
No, I was definitely like listening. I was like mindlessly typing that. I remember
You're like-
that. There was a lot of like bullshit happening. I remember.
Yeah, but I'll definitely
yeah.
have one ready to post tomorrow from this. But
No, that was funny. You should add a. Well, you maybe you shouldn't do it, but someone who's down to do like subtitles would be good for it. I think it's the last like cherry on top, I'd say, but it works without it too.
I know TikTok
might-
has the built-in ones, but they're not always accurate.
so
Wait.
I've noticed that because I pay attention to the TikToks I see, and I'll notice that there is such a thing as like overdoing it. Like if you put too much shit on the screen, people are just like, ugh, I just go past it.
Yeah.
So I felt like there was already
okay.
enough going on that I didn't want to add subtitles
Mhm.
Okay, that's fair.
because then the subtitles
So-
become distracting.
Yeah.
So I almost think if this internet thing continues to be an issue, you might have to do a compilation at some point because it gets kind of ridiculous that this is happening in the first place.
And just call it like Chris's internet sucks. And like
Yeah,
it's
dude.
just you trying to explain something. It's like,
Which,
and you're like, hey,
by
it's
the
happening
way,
again. It's happening again.
Okay, Genie's internet is complete utter garbage, and somehow his connection is better than mine.
It's more stable.
Are you Ethernet or what are you?
I'm
what do you use?
Ethernet. Yeah.
Yeah, Genie's like, God damn, dude, you got an issue.
I'm either. I think we have a bug somewhere. Either the router that we have is garbage, or the modem is. That's got to be it.
Yeah. Well, what do we call this one? Pizza and
TikTok trends.
TikTok trends.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
that was good.
Mm.
Gauges, piercings.
Yeah, TikTok like pizza and
Pier-
pizza and
Things
piercings.
in Pizza Hut.
Piercings and pizza.
piercings.
Piercings and pizza.
Piercings.
All right, send it to me, Chris.
Bro, we haven't even ended it, have
That's
we?
what I was just about to
No.
say.
Yeah,
was just about to say,
Jesus,
that's
man.
it.
To make it, I was like, I haven't even ended the
You
podcast
gotta
yet. Come
make
on,
it
man.
awkward.
And then when is
Shut up.
it going live to where people can listen to it?
In
Yeah,
a
you
couple
You said that
weeks.
earlier.
So it has
You
to be
just-
cleared
Oh,
by.
a couple weeks still.
Yeah, Apple. They don't give you the link so that you can put it on
Right.
your feed until it's been approved, and it says 2 to 3 weeks. So
Wait, The
Ah,
Matrix
they must be
4 is
behind.
coming out?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I
This
had to
is
wait.
a
I'm pretty sure I
conversation
had
for
to
next
wait
week.
2 or 3 weeks when the first time I did it with Creators Unite.
Yeah, I had to wait for mine as well. Yep,
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
but all right. Well, that's
Awesome.
it for this
All
week.
right.
See you guys next week.
See you later, guys.
Well, have a happy week.
Peace.